Yesterday, the US military says there's no indication the crash was caused by enemy action, but the cause is still under investigation. Navy assets are searching for the missing crewman. 3 others on board were hurt, but are in a stable condition.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. This after another round of indirect talks between the U.S. and Iran.
Mediators in Qatar announced that positive progress was made in those technical talks on Wednesday in Doha, aimed at advancing the memorandum of understanding. Already, the Iranians are starting to admit that some nuclear inspections will take place, and ultimately, some of the money for sanctions relief will be used to purchase goods for the Iranian people.
That's Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. While people gather in Israel, marking 1,000 days since the Hamas terror attack, October 7th, 2023, that killed more than 1,000 Israelis and triggered the deadly, destructive war in Gaza.
We demand an official commission of inquiry by the Israeli government.
Russia hit Ukraine with another bombardment, retaliating for strikes that hit oil facilities in Russia. They launched hundreds of drones and missiles, targeting the capital, Kyiv, killing at least 17 Ukrainians, injuring many more, causing a lot of damage. A lot of America is baking and will for the next few days.
These temperatures, of course, feeling worse because the humidity in place. But believe it or not, it is hotter in New York City right now than it is in Miami, Florida.
Fox weather meteorologist Britta Merwin. The heat index will hit triple digits. Washington, D.C. up to New England. Heat warnings or alerts also in place. Arkansas to Tennessee to Wisconsin over Ohio and Pennsylvania. A big American win at the World Cup.
USA is on top, and I don't know what I can say. Don't count us out.
USA! Those are from watch parties in Atlanta and Indianapolis. The U.S. beat Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-0 to advance to the round of 16. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG heat advisory in effect through at least 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Heading for a high of 94, your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports at 6:08. 72 in Neosho, 70 in Pittsburgh, 71 in Galena, 71 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. And on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. Affordable housing for veterans.
If you drove over the 20th Street Bridge in Joplin east of the high school, you'll notice that's new apartment complex under construction that's aiming to help veterans get lower rents. It's a $1.2 million 10-unit Agape apartment project that's a joint effort by the Joplin Economic Housing Development Initiative and the Joplin Area Habitat for Humanity. Officials tell us it should be done in October. I'm Cy Albright, News Talk KZRG.
Defending budget cuts. State Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick has warned Missouri is spending more than it brings in. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe says his new state budget takes steps to address that concern.
I've read his report. I appreciate his input. It probably didn't go as far as he recommended, but I think we went a long way down the road of his recommendations, and we'll continue to work with Auditor Fitzpatrick on what the future looks like in the Missouri budget.
Kehoe's new $50.7 billion budget includes nearly $500 million in vetoes and spending restrictions while preserving major investments in education, healthcare, and public safety.
The fun continues on 7th Street in Joplin. MoDOT sharing an update with us about how things are going as they continue to improve the historic roadway. All lanes are going to be closed between Florida and Highland during nighttime hours. 8 p.m. Monday, July 6th through 6 a.m. Tuesday, July 7th for stormwater work. And after overnight closures, at least one lane of Route 66, 7th Street, will be open in both directions. Access to all businesses will be maintained at all times. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. 71, it's 604. News Talk KZRG.
Have a safe 4th of July. Missouri State Highway Patrol's Corporal Sam Carpenter tells News Talk KZRG, don't drink and drive.
It really isn't a hard decision. A lot of people have difficulty with it for some reason. We don't quite understand that. Just make a plan. That's all you got to do.
He said that modern technology helped humans create such a thing called a taxi and an Uber and a Lyft, and they'll take you wherever you need to go safely, even while you're drunk.
Both sides of the aisle want more information on possible alien life. So says Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson.
It is extremely rare and more rare right now. But I have good friends on the other side of the aisle that we have found commonality with this. And I think at the end of the day, this is a humanity issue. And it's something that we all should care about.
Burleson says if aliens are real, it'll be the Trump administration to reveal what others were afraid to. Well, Team USA is advancing, according to Joe Morgan.
We start on the pitch. The U.S. men's national team secures a massive 2-0 victory over Bosnia and Herzegovina. Next up for the Stars and Stripes, a heavyweight clash against Belgium this Monday at 7 p.m. Mark your calendars. To the diamond, Ozzie Albies launched a homer and drives in 2, powering the Atlanta Braves past the Cardinals 5-1. It's only Atlanta's 5th win in their last 18 tries, but they are still occupying the top spot in the NL East. Rubber matches tonight with the first pitch at 6:15. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Finally, Junior Caminero is unconscious right now. The Rays phenom goes yard in the first inning. That is his 6th straight game with a long ball, tying the Tampa Bay franchise record. The Rays shut out the Royals 4-0 for their 7th straight win. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. And that's a look at sports. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your News, the service of the city of Joplin. From plastic bottles to metal cans, recycling in Joplin is easy. Get rolling. Request your recycling cart today. Recycling benefits us all. Learn more at joplinrecycles.com. Recycle, it's how we roll. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Pulhorquez.
Next news, 6:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. No big change in our overall weather pattern. Sunny, hot, and dry, humid through the rest of the week. 94 today, heat index 102. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
This weather update is powered by Zimmer Marketing, locally owned, deeply invested in the 4 states, and proud to give back to the community we love. Grow your business with people who care. Visit ZimmerMarketing.com to get started today.
No rain showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 72 in Neosho. 70 in Pittsburgh. It's 71 with the sun coming up in Galena, and 71 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. News Talk KZRG news time is now 6:08.
You know that feeling. Your driver calls and says, "You're not going to like this." It's your first holy cow moment of the day. Maybe it's a blown hub, a trailer that won't brake right, a lighting issue right before our load has to leave. But whatever it is, you know your day and your bottom line is at risk. That's why you need Bennett's Truck and Trailer. They know those holy cow moments hit fast. And when they do, you need someone who knows how to fix a problem and keep you moving. From the biggest fleets to owner-operators running on thin margins, Bennett's is the name people trust when the unexpected threatens to put the brakes on your day. Because at Bennett's, it's not just about parts and repairs, it's about keeping your business on the road. Fast service, experienced techs, dependable solutions. That's why so many companies trust the Bennett way.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Cindy from Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Roll into the shop on Thunder Road in Dunawig or find us online at bennettstrucktrailer.com.
Bennett's Truck and Trailer, the name fleets trust and the service drivers remember.
Good morning, everybody. Sarissa's here.
Hello, Sarissa.
Tammy, good morning, Tammy.
Hey,
girl,
Tammy.
Chris.
Hey, girl, Chris.
Hey, girl, comma, Chris. That's what Steve said. He said, hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Chris.
By the way, it came to my attention that our microphones for us chatting with you guys was all messed up again. So I had fixed it earlier this week. I know that there's a huge difference. Whenever that happens, we don't always catch it immediately. If you don't mind letting us know, if you want, you don't have to let us know if you're fine with the audio being a little worse.
If you're fine with not hearing us, just go ahead and don't say anything.
Yeah, I mean, Steve's not wrong.
By the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5, paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
Life moves fast, and it's easy to feel spiritually drained. That's why InTouch.org is here to help you stay grounded in God's Word every day. At intouch.org, you'll find biblical teaching from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, free resources, and messages that speak directly to what you're facing. Whether you need encouragement, clarity, or a moment to reconnect with God, it's all right at your fingertips. Discover a place to grow your faith and find real hope at intouch.org.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
News, weather, politics. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning Newswatch on News Talk KZRG.
6:11 is the current KZRG news time. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk KZRG. 71 in Joplin, 70 in Pittsburgh, 72 in Miami, 72 in Neosho. And if you're thinking to yourself, my goodness, we're already in the low 70s. It's not even 7 in the AM. That is exactly right, because boy, howdy, is it going to be a hot one.
Oh, boy, is it. The heat advisory remains in effect at least until 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Heat index values up to around 105. That's the feel-like temperature. That includes most of the KZRG listening area. In fact, pretty much all of it. And hot temperatures and high humidity may cause heat illnesses are the impacts. Now, according to the National Weather Service, drink plenty of fluids, preferably water. Coffee and caffeinated drinks don't work too well in this weather.
Thank you for clarifying, because some people in the 4 states would think fluids. Vodka's a fluid.
Yes, it is. Also, they recommend that you stay in air-conditioned rooms, stay out of the sun, and check up on relatives and neighbors, and especially the elderly relatives. Make sure they've got some cool place to be. Like, I know a lot of relatives in the past, at least reports are that they used to say, I can take the heat. We didn't have air conditioning when I was growing up. And they'll sit there in the heat and just, have a fan blowing on them. That doesn't work. You got to make sure there's much air conditioning and make sure they're drinking plenty of fluid.
Yeah, and by the way, that is probably true. When they were younger, they didn't have air conditioning, but they were younger. Their bodies were more able to withstand extreme temperatures.
That's true.
As they age, as you get older, your bodies don't really have that ability as much.
You can say that for sure. I can say that for sure.
Can you?
Yes.
Say it.
Sure.
Nailed it. So, KZRG will be keeping you up to date on all things weather. Again, don't forget about the Zimmer Storm Center app. We talk about it all the time, usually around severe weather, but it's also really, really, really helpful during basic heat weather.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith at 7:25.
Yeah. So, Zimmer Storm Center app, by the way, you can get it in your App Store or Google Play Store, really wherever you get your apps. And by apps, I mean applications for your device, not apps as in appies. Don't go to Applebee's and try and order the Zimmer Storm Center app. It's not going to happen. They don't have that on the menu. We did put in a formal request to add custom menu items to all Applebee's menus nationwide. My first suggestion was the Ted Appy. I thought it rolled off the tongue. It's in honor of me, and they laughed at me and kicked me out, and so that's how that went. But all right, moving on from there. A little update for you on what's going on in the Middle East. The United States of America and Iran, they have agreed, or I guess we have agreed to a week-long de-escalation in the Strait of Hormuz and in combat in general, which means mission accomplished!
All right. I wonder if Iran's going to understand that fact.
I'm not holding my breath.
Do we have a memorandum of understanding that they understand we're not going to do anything for a week? Of course, if they do something before the week's up, we're going to do something back.
And then we're right back where we started, which is pretty much what's been going on for the past 6 months.
From day one.
Now, allegedly, this agreement is aimed to keep things quiet for the United States and Iran as their technical teams negotiate in Qatar, or however you want to say it. So
Qatar is the way that the networks are saying it this morning.
I prefer it's spelled Qatar, Qatar.
Or
I like
Qatar.
saying it like that.
Or
Qatar. They're having peace talks in Qatar right now, and from my understanding,
and they're drinking Qatar.
A lot of it. My understanding is that these technical talks are getting into the nitty-gritty, the details.
Ooh, nitty-gritty. Haven't heard that said for a long time.
Really?
Nitty-gritty.
In Qatar.
Now, the Dirt Band, I've heard them, the Nitty-Gritty Dirt Band. But
who's that?
That's a group they did like Fishing in the Dark. That's one of their big hits.
All right. So in any case, all this is happening with the backdrop of even more conflict in the Strait of Hormuz. And so basically both sides agree, hey, let's tamp all this stuff down. Like Steve said, though, are the Iranians going to do that?
Yeah, their words don't usually mean very much coming from Iran.
KZRG News Time 6:15. And even if you want to give the Iranian regime credit and say, well, maybe they actually do mean it this time, you know who they've proven to not have actual control over are their proxy armies. So
True.
even if the ships in the Strait of Hormuz don't get shot by Iranian missiles, they sure boy howdy are going to get shot by missiles coming from one of their proxy armies that are funded by Iran.
That is very, very true. More than likely.
So in any case, now one of the big debates right now is Iran insist that they have the authority to regulate traffic through the Strait of Hormuz. They refer to the Strait of Hormuz as sovereign water, sovereign to them.
Ooh.
And if they get to regulate it, then they also get to impose taxes, tariffs, fees, tolls, things of that nature. The United States said, no,
We do that.
We do that, yeah. Donald Trump, but was it last week or the week before, announced an idea. He had a genius idea. He said, what if the United States became the guardian angel of the Strait of Hormuz for a small nominal fee? So
an angel tax.
No, it's not a tax.
Oh, I'm
Steve.
sorry, an angel charge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like
donation.
It's like what happens when you stay at a hotel and you get all these extra bills and extra charges that you have no knowledge of when you're checking in.
Right, precisely, totally, absolutely. Or an angel tariff, perhaps. Trump loves tariffs these days.
Tariff would be a better
There you
word.
go. So basically,
it's maybe a tariff or a not tariff.
Right. So Iran pretty much said, we're going to charge a tax for people to go through. The United States said, no, we're going to charge a tax for people to go through. And then the rest of the world said, hey, man, how about nobody charge a tax to go through?
Maybe the U.S. could tax their tax. That'd be good.
That's a genius idea. So anyway, that's sort of the update we have for you this morning regarding what's going on in the Middle East. Also, part of the conversation about these peace talks, or excuse me, this sort of quelling of combat between the United States and Iran. It also coincides with A, the 4th of July. That way we can celebrate. And B, Iran is having, the funeral for Khamenei, their old supreme leader that we absolutely walloped.
I wonder if they'll have an open casket.
I doubt it.
Since he's been dead for so long.
Well, that, and I'm pretty sure it got exploded into 1,000 pieces. So there's that. All right, so that's a big update for you. Moving on from there, bringing it to the 4 states area here. Even more road work.
Oh, more?
Yeah, go ahead, Steve. Yep. Even more road work continues in Joplin, along Joplin's 7th Street, as the beautification process of 7th Street is in full swing and continues. Crews on 7th Street in Joplin, they've been working on pavement and sidewalk and utility lines and pipage, drainage improvement, things of that nature. Well, this week's construction also includes new sidewalks and curbs between Range Line and Ozark Avenue. And
wow.
They're going to have to be preparing the pavement east of Ozark Avenue, and along with that, they'll be installing stormwater infrastructure between Florida and Ozark Avenue. What does this all mean for you? What it means is in Joplin, if you drive on 7th Street on Monday, that's in 3 days from now. Is that right?
4 days.
4 days from now. I use my fingers. Steve has an abacus in the studio, and so he was able to have more accurate calculations. But in any case, in 4 days from now, on Monday from 8 in the evening until 7 in the morning the next day, crews will be working on 7th Street between Florida and Highland Avenues. Now that will be turning lanes from northbound and southbound Range Line onto westbound 7th Street, will be closed at the time, basically, as a wave. They're going to be shutting down the road for this, basically.
Wonderful, but at least it's at nighttime.
Yeah, it's going to be at night. It's overnight, 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next day. So, if you're cruising around past 8 p.m. on 7th Street in Joplin on Monday night, you might have some issues. Otherwise, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good to go. KZRG News Time, 6:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Still waiting. Here we go.
So impatient.
Even
Oh my
upside
goodness.
down and upside down again.
Nothing's ever good enough to Steve. Not only does he have to have the big three immediately, it's got to be exactly the right direction. Okay.
Hit the number 3.
Number 3.
Tucker Carlson said he plans to help build a third political party. He claims the two-party system is way too focused on overseas issues, and he thinks America is ready for a third option. Oh, boy.
Number 2.
Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson says federal intelligence officials have shifted their stance on UAPs, also known as UFOs. The intelligence community went from flat-out denial of these things to admitting the encounters exist, but they don't know what they are. They are objects discussed in classified briefings described as glowing, plasma-like spheres that move in ways inconsistent with conventional aircraft. Hopefully it'll be translated into English.
Number 1.
A military Black Hawk helicopter made an emergency
Speaking
landing.
of translating things into English, you want to try that one again?
Number 1 again.
Number 1.
A military Black Hawk helicopter made an emergency landing in a field located between Lockwood and Greenfield, Missouri, in Dade County. No one was injured. The military says the cause of the touchdown was a mechanical issue. Hit the button.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
How much do celebrity political endorsements matter to you? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page. Let us know your thinking on this. Jay left us a message on Facebook. Jay said, how much do celebrity political endorsements matter to me? 0.000000001% on a good day, says Jay. How much do political celebrity endorsements matter to you? We want to know. Coming up, what's going on with your money on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The heat and humidity continues the rest of this week. By the end of the weekend, we may get a little bit of relief, at least some rain, eventually some cooler temperatures, but not anytime soon. 94 today, heat index 102. Tomorrow, sunny and dry, 92. Saturday, 92 the high. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
You don't have to wait until the 4th of July to enjoy delicious burgers and hot dogs fresh off the grill. Thursday, July 2nd, head to the Carl.
Good morning, everybody. Austin is here. Austin, Ted is back and more evil than ever. Yes, it's true. My scruff has returned. And it has returned. I know you're dying to know. Why? Why? Why is the Ted scruff back? Well, it's returned for a very, very good reason, Austin. And that reason is I've been a little busy. I haven't had time. Very good reason. Doc is here. Joe's here. What's going on? Docaroni and cheese. Docalodian. Woo. Docaroni and cheese.
We talking to our friends?
We're talking to our friend. You got a friend in me.
Howdy, Austin. Here's the Doc dance.
You got a friend in me.
Morning, Doc.
You know what's funny? That's the only lyrics I know.
Oh, you got a friend. Do 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 do.
You got a friend in me, you got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, just remember what your old pal said. Boy, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Sounds like friends with benefits.
In what way? Are you saying
You got
Toy
a nice
Story?
warm bed to join him.
This is don't put shame on Randy Newman's genius lyricisms for the child's movie Toy Story.
Well, he's
Steve.
the one that also wrote Short People, did the song Short People.
I think Steve's got his mind in the gutters this morning.
Randy Newman did Short People, got no reason.
I'm going to continue reading this family-friendly song lyrics.
I was thinking of the
You've
one.
got troubles, I've got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you.
Oh.
We stick together, we can see it through, because you've got a friend in me.
Come on, Woody.
Some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, maybe. But none of them will love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy.
Morning,
and
Rick.
the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You've got a friend in me. Hey, is Rick here?
Rick just joined us.
Hey, Rick.
Hello.
Hey, Rick, by the way, I got your text yesterday. Awesome. I did not know that. Don't spoil it for the chat if you don't mind. I know you wouldn't anyway, but we're going to use it today. Rick texted us an American-themed history trivia question for our Ghetto Tacos contest today. I never knew that, Rick. It's very good. I was very impressed. I was like, wait, what? So it's super cool. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Housing lender. NMLS number 580491.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Cincinnati-based grocery giant Kroger said it will buy supermarket chain Giant Eagle for roughly $1.6 billion. Giant Eagle will retain its name and operate its Giant Eagle Supermarket, Giant Eagle Pharmacy, and Market District brands as a division of Kroger. Pittsburgh-based Astrobotics said it has been awarded 2 NASA contracts to deliver payloads to the moon. The missions are expected to fly 2 Peregrine lunar landers to the moon by the end of 2028. NASA says the 2 contracts total nearly $298 million. Shares of Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix plunged this morning after the tech-heavy NASDAQ composite slumped overnight. Samsung Electronics tumbled more than 7%, while SK Hynix sank over 9%, wiping out billions in market value as Asia's largest chip makers bore the brunt of the global tech sell-off. SK Square, the largest shareholder of SK Hynix, fell 13.2%. Futures are currently mixed ahead of inflation data later this morning. That's Your Money Now.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text SPARK to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text SPARK to 215-215. That's SPARK to 215-215. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Join me, Clay Travis, and my good friend Buck Sexton weekdays starting at 11 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
It's going to be a hot one today. How do I know that's the case? Because I have the Zimmer Storm Center app. It's totally free to download in the App Store. I popped it open this morning. It's the first thing I do every single morning when I wake up. I mean, that's not entirely true.
No. The first thing is you wake up.
Well, there's that. And then the second thing I do is I pull out my bedside mirror and I gaze longingly into my own eyes. And then I pull out the Zimmer Storm Center app.
Yes.
At which point I saw just how hot it's going to be. And by the way, you can make that a part of your morning routine as well by downloading the app on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, really wherever you get your apps from. It's really great. It gives you custom weather alerts and a lifetime radar system, which today we're not really going to need the radar feature, right, Steve?
Oh, we could look at the radar and just see it shows nothing but hot temperatures. Actually, it won't show anything because there's no rain in the forecast at this point, other than over the weekend. I believe it's on Sunday. I'll have to double check on that. But we do have a heat advisory, in effect until at least 9 o'clock tomorrow night. May get extended, maybe. High today, 94. It's going to be sunny and hot with the heat index above 100. Tonight, 75, partly cloudy. Tomorrow, sunny, hot, 93. Heat index could be as high as 103 to 105. Then tomorrow night, 74 and partly cloudy. And on Saturday, America's 250th birthday, mostly sunny and hot with a high near 94. And I think the heat index is going to be up there again, just cooking away. Maybe you could do some of your cooking outside on, just put your pans up against the concrete on that or the blacktop. Blacktop would be better because blacktop gets more heat.
That's true. Coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes at around 6:40. In case you needed another reason to never go into a helicopter, we got that reason for you. That's coming up in less than 10 minutes. Good morning.
At 6:31, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk, KZRG.
Charges for blowing up Russia pipeline.
U.S.-Iran talks on hold.
Trump, plane, trains, and automobiles.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Heat advisory through 9 tomorrow night. Heading for a high of 94. Heat index could top out at 100 to 105. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 6:38. Sunshine, 72 Neosho, 70 in Pittsburgh, 71 in Baxter Springs, 71 in Joplin, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG.
A Ukrainian man has been charged over the blowing up of undersea gas pipelines between Russia and Germany.
The attack on the Nord Stream pipelines in 2022 crippled a key Russian revenue source, but strained relations between Ukraine and its biggest European backer, Germany. The Ukrainian suspect is named only as Sergei K. under German privacy laws. He's alleged to have led a team of 7 in a coordinated attack on the multi-billion-dollar Baltic Sea pipes. He's also accused of attacking infrastructure as well as causing an explosion. No one has admitted carrying out the attack. Ukraine has denied involvement. Russia blamed the United States and Britain. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Well, the latest round of talks between the U.S. and Iran has wrapped up in Qatar. Trey Yinks has more.
Already, the Iranians are starting to admit that some nuclear inspections will take place, and ultimately, some of the money for sanctions relief will be used to purchase goods for the Iranian people. President Trump was asked about the status of negotiations.
As far as things are going, the denuclearization of Iran is moving along well.
As diplomacy plays out, U.S. forces remain in the region. The U.S. Navy announced that a crew member from an MH-60S Seahawk helicopter is missing after an emergency water landing in the Arabian Sea.
President Donald Trump paying a visit to a predecessor's new presidential museum.
One of the first visitors to the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library was President Trump.
Great place. He was a great man, and it's a great place.
President Trump traveled to Medora, North Dakota a few days before the museum's public opening to honor a president he says embodies the American spirit.
His chest swelled with American optimism, confidence, enthusiasm, pride. His heart beat with an unyielding sense of America's destiny.
The trip was also President Trump's first aboard the new Air Force One, a $400 million Boeing 747 gifted to the U.S. by Qatar and retrofitted by the Pentagon. In Washington, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG, Sunshine 71, 8, or make that 634.
As Missouri works through a tighter budget environment, Governor Mike Kehoe says that the end of federal COVID relief funding has been no secret. He was asked whether legislatures did enough to adjust spending before the state reached this point.
We presented a budget in January, and we said, if you want to move the puzzle pieces around in this budget, just make sure it stays the same within the parameters. I would say House and Senate did that. We've got more to go. We've got to tighten the belt even a little bit more in the next upcoming year.
Kehoe signed a $50.7 billion budget, all while vetoing about $30 million worth of items within it.
Missouri lawmakers are voicing sharply different reactions after the U.S. Supreme Court upheld state laws restricting transgender athletes from competing in girls' and women's sports. Matt Pilger has the story.
The ruling leaves Missouri's law in place. Missouri House Speaker Pro Tem Chad Perkins of Bowling Green says the decision protects opportunities for female athletes.
This decision protects our daughters.
But St. Louis Democratic Representative Ray Reed says the issue is about making sure all students feel safe, respected, and included at school.
I support treating every student with dignity and respect.
Missouri's law requiring student athletes to compete based on their biological sex took effect in August 2023. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, Sunshine 71. Now it's 6:36 News Talk, KZRG.
Road rage. We've all been there, but Highway Patrol Corporal Sam Carpenter urges you to take a breath on the roads this holiday weekend.
If the car in front of you is going the speed limit or over the speed limit and you're mad because you can't pass them, that's irrational. That doesn't even make any sense. But we have people out there almost having strokes. Their blood pressure's so high because they're so angry because they can't drive 85 miles an hour down the highway. You're in the wrong. It's all on you. So just slow down, relax. You're going to get there.
And along with weekend holiday travel, Carpenter also urges you to find a sober driver if you're planning on drinking to celebrate America's 250th birthday.
Good news! The 2026 UFO Festival kicks off today.
World UFO Day, celebrated each year on July 2nd, marks the anniversary of the Roswell incident in 1947, when reports of a mysterious crash in New Mexico spawned decades of theories about UFOs and extraterrestrial life. And this year's UFO Festival is happening in Roswell, just in time to make July 4th out of this world. There are events planned, including a drone show over downtown Roswell, a parade, a Walk of Fame ceremony, an alien costume contest for humans and pets, and the UFO Festival car show. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Did Team USA win last night? Joe Morgan's got the answer.
We start on the pitch. The U.S. men's national team secures a massive 2-0 victory over Bosnia-Herzegovina. Next up for the Stars and Stripes, a heavyweight clash against Belgium this Monday at 7 p.m. Mark your calendars. To the diamond, Ozzie Albies launched a homer and drives in two, powering the Atlanta Braves past the Cardinals 5-1. It's only Atlanta's fifth win in their last 18 tries, but they are still occupying the top spot in the NL East. Rubber matches tonight with the first pitch at 6:15. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Finally, Junior Caminero is unconscious right now. The Rays phenom goes yard in the first inning. That is his sixth straight game with a long ball, tying the Tampa Bay franchise record. The Rays shut out the Royals 4-0 for their seventh straight win. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. And that's a look at sports. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of the City of Joplin. From plastic bottles to metal cans, recycling in Joplin is easy. Get rolling. Request your recycling cart today. Recycling benefits us all. Learn more at joplinrecycles.com. Recycle, it's how we roll. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Pojorquez.
Next news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The heat and humidity continues the rest of this week. By the end of the weekend, we may get a little bit of relief, at least some rain, eventually some cooler temperatures, but not anytime soon. 94 today, heat index 102. Tomorrow, sunny and dry, 92. Saturday, 92 the high. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Nothing showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 72 in Neosho, 70 in Pittsburgh, 71 in Hornet, 71 in Joplin. News Talk, KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 6:40.
Hello?
Hey, what are you doing?
Avoiding the heat. Where are you? It sounds like you're at a party or something.
Pretty much. I'm at Anvil.
Good morning. Rick surprised me too. Yeah. Hey, I can't log into News.
An entire summer's worth of fun waiting for you at Anvil Axe Company. Minutes from Joplin and Neosho, miles from boring. Book online at anvilaxeco.com. If it's time for a party, wedding reception, company picnic, outing, or event, go to the only place that's forged for fun. Anvil Axe Company and Event Center. With axe throwing, projected interactive targets, an outdoor patio with fire pits, and catering options from upscale to affordable favorites, Anvil Axe Company and Event Center gives you the most unique, most diverse, most fun venue in the area. Minutes from Joplin and Neosho, miles from boring. Book online at anvilaxeco.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price.
Morning, everybody. Doc said Randy's brother Thomas Newman wrote the movie soundtracks for some of the greatest films of all time. Oh, I didn't know that, Doc. Girl Chris said, here's a question for you, Steve.
Okay.
Girl Chris said, with our humidity at 1,000%, are we good from wildfires this weekend, or has the week of heat dried us out?
I will double check real quick.
All right.
Did you have the lock?
Hey, Bill. Good morning to you, sir.
Lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. There aren't any dentists around here that are open consistently on Saturday or Friday for that matter. So I saw a need. I grew up blue collar. Sometimes you can't waste some PTO or vacation day on going to the dentist. You get a lot of grateful people, or a lot of grateful families that can actually get their work done on Saturday or Friday. And these girls have bought into that vision. When I bought the practice, I named the practice Team Dental of Joplin. I understand that no large undertaking is done alone. It has to be done with an amazing team. I really feel like they're the hardest working staff in all 4 states because we're all sacrificing time from our families to help our community out. It means something to me. It means something to them. I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin, where we specialize in dentistry that fits your schedule.
Team Dental of Joplin, your neighborhood practice for your whole family.
Be sure to tune in to News Talk KZRG every weekday from 9 to 11 to hear what's going on with me, Chris Plant, on News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 6:45 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Ted Bajorquez.
And Steve Scott, it's going to be sunny. It's going to be hot. In other words, for July, the word is duh. We've got a heat advisory in effect until at least 9 o'clock tomorrow night. It might get extended. Today, 94 for the high with the heat index as high as 103 to 105. Tonight, 75, partly cloudy. 93, sunny and hot with the heat index as high as 103 to 105 again tomorrow. Tomorrow night, 74 for the low, partly cloudy. 94 and hot with sunshine on Independence Day, the America's 250th birthday. That's happening on Saturday. Now, Saturday night, just in time for fireworks. It's only going to cool down to 73 and be partly cloudy. Now, coming up on the weekend, we do have a chance of showers and thunderstorms starting on Sunday night. Going into Monday, we're getting back into a pattern. I see showers and thunderstorms possible on Monday night as well. Tuesday night, and Wednesday. Here we go again. We're going to have to check with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith at 7:25 this morning and find out what's going on.
KZRG News Time, 6:45. Well, in case you needed another reason to never go into a helicopter, just yesterday, right after 11 in the morning, the Dade County Sheriff's Office was notified of an Army Black Hawk helicopter conducting an emergency landing in a field between Lockwood and Greenfield, Missouri. Now, Lockwood and Greenfield, that's pretty far out there. It's northeast of Joplin's area by about an hour's drive or so.
A little less.
A little less?
Yeah, 45 minutes to an hour.
All right, 58 minutes away, not a full hour.
Might be
58 minutes
56.
away from here. So it's more or less equidistant from Joplin and Springfield, just to give you an idea, northeast of Joplin. But yeah, deputies, fire personnel, EMS, they all responded. They all went out there. It was a big hubba. Now, the good news is, from what we can tell thus far, there were no injuries, no deaths of any kind, no massive explosion or anything. And apparently, there was some sort of mechanical issue with that specific helicopter, which required them to make an emergency landing in a grass field in between Lockwood and Greenfield, Missouri. So, hey, that's not good, especially coming off the heels of there was that big celebrity death from a helicopter. I'm not sure a lot of people listen to Oliver Tree, perhaps, that listens to KZRG. If you were to make a Venn diagram between Oliver Tree music lovers and News Talk KZRG listeners, not a lot of overlap there. But if you know of him, he died in a helicopter recently. Of course, we have Kobe Bryant. He famously died in a helicopter crash. We have that helicopter crash that happened overseas recently. A lot of helicopters going down these days. I'm not getting one of those.
We have one that happened just last night, and they've got a sailor missing.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about that happened overseas.
Yeah.
That's right. That's the one. So a lot of stuff going on. So, yeah. I'm not getting in one of those things anytime soon, but hey, that's just me. Details about this Black Hawk helicopter that went down can be found at newstalkkzrg.com. Moving on from there, we had a story for you this morning, kind of a wild story. We had it for you yesterday, but we got more details for you about it today. A man from Neosho is now facing felony charges after allegedly threatening a woman with a loaded gun to her head during a domestic incident just Monday of this week, 2 days ago. Now, it all started, according to police, on East 20th Street and South Texas Avenue in Joplin. Now, this is near Cece's Pizza in Joplin, the Longhorn Steakhouse is in that area. That's sort of the spot in Joplin. And apparently, allegedly, this guy, Cody Lasley, had been arguing inside a vehicle with the victim in this case. They got in some sort of dispute. They started driving around a little bit, started yelling at each other about something or another, and apparently the victim had told police that this guy became so upset that she started getting a little freaked out, so she started recording the conversation, saying that she feared for her life, feared for her safety. She started recording the conversation in case there needed to be any evidence collected of any sort. He caught her recording him, apparently. That made him, allegedly, super angry, at which point he grabbed a Glock 17 from the driver's side door, started waving it around while driving in anger, and then ultimately turned to her, and this is what she said, pushed the muzzle of the gun against her left temple and started making threats. According to the statement, after this, again, they're still cruising around Joplin. They then stopped the vehicle. He was driving. They both got out. He then allegedly fired one shot into the air before ordering this woman, the victim, back into the car. And then ultimately, they started cruising around again. Police then say, lastly, eventually parked back near East 20th Street and South Texas Avenue, more or less where they had started, got out, and just booked it. He just ran away, and he ran away with the gun and with the victim's phone and with the car keys. So the victim didn't have a way of communicating with anyone and was stranded. Didn't have access to get in the car going. At which point the victim reportedly started screaming in the roadway and started running around and started running to nearby homes. And, this was pretty late at night, so I can imagine that the local residents, this is a pretty jarring sort of situation.
By far.
Yeah. So eventually somebody heard her screams and from one of the nearby homes, called the police, and at which point, bada bing, bada boom. The police showed up. They said, hey, what's going on? And she explained the aforementioned story.
Wow.
Now, the alleged perpetrator, this Cody Lasley from Neosho, he was later located in a wooded area near a drainage ditch west of East 20th Street in Joplin. So more or less about 5 blocks from where this whole thing went down. Or excuse me, I mean, I guess that's down the street, really.
Yeah, it's just down the street.
Right.
Probably 5 or 6 blocks, maybe.
Somewhere, I don't know, yeah, somewhere around there. The police allegedly found this guy with the victim's cell phone and the car keys, and also recovered the handgun that was allegedly part of this whole thing. So, yeah, not great. Not great, but, this was a big story that's been going around, and so we just want to keep you informed. I know a lot of people were asking about this. It was a pretty big deal on social media, so we brought it to our airwaves here. If you ever see something going on in the 4 states that you think is worth bringing up, that you want to know more about, you can always text us at 417-782-1310 or leave us an open mic message in the KZRG app. KZRG News Time, 6:50.
And now, KZRG's Big 3 on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Tucker Carlson said he plans to help build a third political party. He claims the two-party system is way too focused on overseas issues, and he thinks America is ready for a third option. Now, if you look on our Facebook, here's the look that Tucker would give.
Number 2.
Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burlison says federal intelligence officials have shifted their stance on UAPs, also known as UFOs. The intelligence community went from flat-out denial of these things to admitting that the encounters exist, but they don't know what they are. They are objects discussed in classified briefings, described as glowing plasma-like spheres that move in ways inconsistent with conventional aircraft.
Number 1.
A military Black Hawk helicopter making an emergency landing in a field located between Lockwood and Greenfield, Missouri in Dade County. No one was injured, and the military says the cause of the touchdown was a mechanical issue.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
How much do celebrity political endorsements matter to you? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. How much do celebrity political endorsements matter to you? Coming up, Sean Hannity's Morning Minute. You can tune in to Sean every single weekday starting at 2 on AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The heat and humidity continues the rest of this week. By the end of the weekend, we may get a little bit of relief, at least some rain, eventually some cooler temperatures, but not anytime soon. 94 today, heat index 102. Tomorrow, sunny and dry, 92. Saturday, 92 the high. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Dr. Collins and Associates are Missouri licensed general dentists. They are not licensed in Missouri as specialists in the advertised dental specialty of prosthodontics.
Your smile tells your story. It shows your confidence, joy, and resilience, and it deserves care from a team that understands just how important it is. With 47 years of experience, Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center knows that great dentistry isn't just about procedures. It's about trust, comfort, and results you can be proud of. And they believe high-quality care should never come at a price tag that keeps you away. If you've been waiting for the right time, the right team, or the right place, this is it. Your smile matters. Let's take care of it.
I'm Brian George, CEO of Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center, just off of I-44, Exit 44, and at midamericadental.com. Changing lives and making smiles at dental centers.
Our best for less in a day at Dental Center.
I learn best by doing.
I enjoy helping others.
I want to leave my mark.
What begins on this campus moves into studios, hospitals, and communities around the globe.
This is Missouri Southern State University.
Explore boldly.
Care deeply.
Impact globally.
Apply now and find your pride at mssu.edu.
You know that feeling. Your driver calls and says, "You're not going to like this." It's your first holy cow moment of the day. Maybe it's a blown hub, a trailer that won't brake right, a lighting issue right before a load has to leave. But whatever it is, you know your day and your bottom line is at risk. That's why you need Bennett's Truck and Trailer. They know those holy cow moments hit fast. And when they do, you need someone who knows how to fix the problem and keep you moving. From the biggest fleets to owner-operators running on thin margins, Bennett's is the name people trust when the unexpected threatens to put the brakes on your day. Because at Bennett's, it's not just about parts and repairs. It's about keeping your business on the road. Fast service, experienced techs, dependable solutions. That's why so many companies trust the Bennett way.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Cindy from Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Roll into the shop on Thunder Road in Dunaweg or find us online at bennettstrucktrailer.com.
Bennett's Truck and Trailer, the name fleets trust and the service drivers remember.
Julie from Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store talks about how they can help you with your garden this summer.
I'm always curious to see how's your garden growing. Common problem you might be starting to see right now is blossom end rot on your tomatoes. If you're seeing the end of your tomatoes get a little rotten spot, that is due to a calcium deficiency, and it can be corrected by adding calcium nitrate to your soil, or there's other ways to correct it. Just come on in and talk to me and I'll help you with that. There are certain flowers that are susceptible to pH rising or falling, so I have remedies for that, and that shows up a lot of times as nutrient deficiencies, yellow leaves. I can help you figure out what's going on and keep that garden producing through the hot summer months. Kind of helps you protect your investment. I mean, you put your heart and soul and your dollars into those gardens, so I want to see you be successful at that and come back year after year.
Find everything you need for your lawn and garden at Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store, just east of Pittsburgh on Highway 126.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
This is the secret. Most of Wall Street, most of every private equity firm, every big bank, every investment firm, all of them, they have been leaving quietly, slowly. They're not making great fanfare when they leave. I keep talking about Wall Street South. That's everywhere from Miami all the way up to West Palm Beach in Florida, also in other parts of Florida. I mean, you have more, JP Morgan Chase employees down in Texas now than you have in New York City. It's happening, but it's not getting talked about a lot because they're not doing it with great fanfare.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Hey, here's the hard truth. Numbers do not lie. They might make you uncomfortable, but they don't lie. We've tracked the price of the S&P 500, gold and silver, over the last 5 years. Now, between January 2022, May 2026, and the peaks and valleys, the results are staggering. Now, the S&P is up a whopping 45%. Gold is up 110%. Silver up a staggering 415%. So the question is, are you holding all the right assets? Do you need a diversified portfolio? Now, this is where it has literally paid to be diversified, and that's why I want you to check out my partners at Goldco. They're offering my audience, you, a free gold and silver kit. They want to show you the ropes and actually educate you about the power of gold and silver. Plus, you can qualify for an extra 10% bonus in free gold or silver just for getting started. Call now, 855-815-GOLD, 855-815-GOLD, 855-815-GOLD. Hey, join me, Sean Hannity, every weekday, 2 to 5. It's all happening right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 7. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG, which means in less than 30 minutes we'll be joined live by KZRG's meteorologist, Terry Smith, and she'll be giving us a detailed look on the weather. But until then, we're stuck with Steve.
Oh, boy. Sunny and hot today. Heat index as high as 100 to 105 today. High of 94. That's 94 for the actual high. Tomorrow, 93 for the actual high with sunshine and hot. Heat index tomorrow, 100 to 105. Mostly sunny and hot on Saturday, Independence Day, 94 for the high. No mention of the heat index yet for that particular day. But again, the heat advisory is in effect until at least 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Keep it here on News Talk KZRG. We will keep you up to date and let you know when it's going to expire for sure.
Yeah, another way you can get that information is with the Zimmer Storm Center app. It's totally free to download in the App Store or Google Play Store. Get you access to weather alerts for all sorts of types of weather phenomena, including heat and heat advisories and heat warnings and droughts and all that good stuff as well. Coming up in less than 10 minutes, about 5 minutes here, about 2 minutes, affordable housing for veterans in the local area. Good morning.
The Four States News, Talk, and Severe Weather Station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
Air conditioning and water. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Millions of Americans need both today.
Probably feels hotter here just because it's the concrete and the heat gets trapped in between the buildings.
She's in New York City, but this triple-digit heat's in a lot of areas.
We have heat warnings that are about the Great Lakes, the Midwest, all the way to the Northeast.
Fox weather meteorologist Britta Merwin.
So we have feel-like temperatures that could be as high as 110, 115 degrees. And by the way, this heat is lasting through the holiday weekend. We don't get a break until Sunday or Monday.
Many communities are opening cooling centers for those needing AC. Despite that heat, President Trump says on the 4th of July in Washington, celebrating America 250.
I'm going to go and I'm going to make a really long speech just to show that I can do anything.
He said that in North Dakota, where he visited the new Teddy Roosevelt Presidential Library. Russia went on the attack again in Ukraine, big time.
A night of horror, according to Ukraine's foreign minister. Homes made uninhabitable, buildings reduced to rubble, the sky lit up. Death and destruction as explosions shook Kyiv for hours. 74 missiles and almost 500 drones were launched. Russia described its attack as retaliation for Ukrainian strikes on civilian infrastructure.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. There's a search at sea for a missing American sailor in the Middle East. Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv.
After an emergency water landing in the Arabian Sea, U.S. Naval Forces Central Command posted to X saying there is no indication the emergency was caused by hostile action. 3 of the helicopter's 4 crew members have been recovered and are in stable condition aboard the George H.W. Bush.
This after another day of U.S. and Iran talks through mediators in Qatar. Another American win at the World Cup.
We had to dig deep for that one. Obviously, I felt we put on such a good performance.
That's Christian Pulisic after the U.S. beat Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-0 to advance to the round of 16. Team USA will face Belgium next on Monday. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Heat advisory through 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Heading for a high of 94. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 7:08. 72 in Neosho, 73 in Pittsburgh, 74 in Galena, 74 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk KZRG. Affordable housing for veterans.
Now, if you drove over the 20th Street Bridge in Joplin east of the high school, you'll notice that's new apartment complex under construction that's aiming to help veterans get lower rents. It's a $1.2 million 10-unit Agape apartment project that's a joint effort by the Joplin Economic Housing Development Initiative and the Joplin Area Habitat for Humanity. Officials tell us it should be done in October. I'm Cy Albright, News Talk KZRG.
Defending budget cuts. Missouri State Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick has warned Missouri is spending more than it is bringing in. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe says his new state budget takes steps to address that very concern.
I've read his report. I appreciate his input. It probably didn't go as far as he recommended, but I think we went a long way down the road of his recommendations, and we'll continue to work with Auditor Fitzpatrick on what the future looks like in the Missouri budget.
Kehoe's new $50.7 billion budget includes nearly $500 million in vetoes and spending restrictions while preserving major investments in things like education, healthcare, and public safety.
A cold case arrest. After 7 years, a man arrested in connection with a barrel of human remains that were discovered in the Gasconade River back in 2019. Those remains were identified as Michael A. Graham from the state of Georgia. After further investigation, Daniel Russell of High Ridge, Missouri, was taken into custody just last Friday, charged with first-degree murder, abandonment of a corpse, and tampering with physical evidence. He's being held without bond. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 74 704 News Talk. KZRG.
Have a safe 4th. Missouri State Highway Patrol Corporal Sam Carpenter reminds you never to drink and drive.
It really isn't a hard decision. A lot of people have difficulty with it for some reason. We don't quite understand that. Just make a plan. That's all you got to do.
He says that Ubers, taxis, and Lyfts are definitely the safer, smarter way to go.
It's not nice to steal, especially firearms. That's what 53-year-old Patrick Pierce in Nevada is accused of doing. The victim said back on June the 10th, Pierce broke into his vehicle, disconnected the battery, and stole 2 handguns. Pierce is a convicted felon and is prohibited from owning firearms. Vernon County Sheriff's deputies recovered one of those firearms. Pierce is charged with unlawful possession of a firearm and 2 counts of felony stealing. He's being held on a $5,000 cash-only bond. Team USA victorious last night, according to Joe Morgan.
We start on the pitch. The U.S. men's national team secures a massive 2-0 victory over Bosnia and Herzegovina. Next up for the Stars and Stripes, a heavyweight clash against Belgium this Monday at 7 p.m. Mark your calendars. To the diamond, Ozzie Albies launched a homer and drives in 2, powering the Atlanta Braves past the Cardinals 5-1. It's only Atlanta's 5th win in their last 18 tries, but they are still occupying the top spot in the NL East. Rubber matches tonight with the first pitch at 6:15. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Finally, Junior Caminero is unconscious right now. The Rays phenom goes yard in the first inning. That is his 6th straight game with a long ball, tying the Tampa Bay franchise record. The Rays shut out the Royals 4-0 for their 7th straight win. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. And that's a look at sports. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your News, the service of the city of Joplin. From plastic bottles to metal cans, recycling in Joplin is easy. Get rolling. Request your recycling cart today. Recycling benefits us all. Learn more at joplinrecycles.com. Recycle, it's how we roll. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 7:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. No big change in our overall weather pattern. Sunny, hot, and dry, humid through the rest of the week. 94 today, heat index 102. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
This weather update is powered by Zimmer Marketing, locally owned, deeply invested in the 4 states, and proud to give back to the community we love. Grow your business with people who care. Visit ZimmerMarketing.com to get started today.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 72 in Neosho, 73 in Pittsburgh, 74 in Columbus, 74 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time going on 7:08.
Here are the facts about State Senator Jill Carter. Fact: in the State Senate, Jill Carter is consistent.
Good morning.
Good morning, and I was checking on the weather, and they're not mentioning anything about fire hazards for us other than fireworks being set off. But the temperatures have not dried out the vegetation, according to the National Weather Service.
Jody, we got the Queen's Wave for Jody. General chicken meals from the stores. I like getting the tempura coated ones and using the air fryer instead of the oven.
How do you fry air? Uh-oh, the power's out.
Goodness, my allergies. My allergies.
The G's of Valor?
There's a lot of allergens in the air today.
Nuggets are saved.
Folks, summer storms around here can knock your power out faster than Jenna can empty the snack cabinet.
Hey!
And the heat can make your house feel hotter than going down the metal slide in elementary school.
That's why IPOC Electric and Solar installs.
Sarisa, is that a Seinfeld frozen yogurt reference you just made? very curious. Is that, in fact, a Seinfeld reference?
Place to grow spiritually in the middle of a busy life. InTouch.org is designed for you. Explore practical, biblical teaching from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, free study guides, and messages that speak to real-life challenges. Whether you're searching for direction, comfort, or a deeper understanding of God's Word, you'll find tools to help you take the next step. Discover resources that meet you right where you are at InTouch.org.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Radio infotainment live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. You're listening to News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just after 7:10 in the four states area, it's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Touching on 75 in the entire four states area already, and it's not even 8 o'clock.
It touches and it's going, ouch. We've got a heat advisory in effect until 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Today, the high should be around 94. Heat index between 100 and 105. Tonight, partly cloudy, 75 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, sunny, hot, 93 with a heat index again as high as 100 to 105. Friday night, 74, partly cloudy. For July the 4th, Independence Day, 94 for the actual high. No mention of the heat index yet, but I'm sure it'll get up there as well. For the night of shooting off all the fireworks, Saturday night, 73 for the low with partly cloudy skies, so you should be able to see all the fireworks as they go up. Now, give you a heads up, we're going to be looking to a possibility of showers and thunderstorms starting up again, starting on Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday. We'll check in with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith about that at 7:25 in just a matter of minutes.
Mm-hmm. Well, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe has signed a $50.7 billion state operating and capital improvements budget for fiscal year 2027.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. And I'm sure you're wondering, fiscal year 2027, surely that starts in 2027. Well, not for government, because that would be too simple. And government, on all levels, doesn't like to make things nice and simple and logical. They like to do their own thing. And let me give you an example of that. Fiscal year 2027 for Missouri started yesterday.
Oh, really? So it's 2026, 2027 right now.
I guess so.
Depending upon which
it's
you're
like
doing.
It's like Schrodinger's year. Are we in 2026 or are we in 2027? In the year of our Lord, it's 2026. In the year of our dollar, it's 2027, which means, you know what? It's Missouri's birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Woo!
All right, yeah.
It's the budget's
It's almost
birthday.
like getting a new car. They always have the new models for like 27 coming out in like February of 26.
Right, exactly. So let's take a little looky-loo here as to what this Missouri $50.7 billion state operating budget contains. A whole heck of a lot. Number one, I wanted to really quickly read for you a statement here that Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe said about the signing of this budget. He said, quote, "I appreciate the members of the General Assembly for their partnership in passing a budget that reflects our shared commitment to fiscal discipline and responsible stewardship of our tax dollars," end quote. Now, taking a little breakdown of the budget here, $24.8 billion is being set aside for health care programs in the state of Missouri. $9.8 billion for education, $2 billion for public safety, $338 million with an M dollars is being set aside for economic development, and about roughly $60 million being set aside for agriculture, about $59.5 million for agriculture. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, okay, well, what exactly is in there? Well, for public safety initiatives, where's that $2 billion going? It's going to things that support, like the Missouri Blue Shield grants. That's something that Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe signed. I don't know if it was literally day one, but it was within the first month of his first term in office here.
It was real quick.
Yeah, it might have even been within the first week. But basically, KZRG News Time 715, what these Blue Shield grants are is they're designated to local communities that have proven to be dedicated to public safety and backing the blue and supporting police. And that money gets allocated to these local communities, and it's used for things like buying new body armor or new tasers or upgraded software or training for police, things of that nature.
Very important training for the officers.
Oh, yeah, that's super important. No doubt about it. And so it goes to stuff like that. That's what those Blue Shield grants are. I'm pretty sure pretty much every community in Southwest Missouri is a Blue Shield or has been designated a Blue Shield community.
Right.
That is a year-by-year thing.
Right.
So Joplin has been designated that for the past 2 years, I believe. If they don't keep their act together, Joplin could technically lose it, but there's no evidence to suggest Joplin will.
No.
But that's sort of the idea there. There's also Operation Relentless Pursuit. There's Academy scholarships for Law Enforcement Academy. That's where some of that money is going. Taking a look at that money that's being set aside in the Missouri state budget for education. Again, that Missouri state budget for fiscal year 2027 is $50.7 billion. That is, in fact, a lot of money. And $9.8 billion of that money is going to education. That is going to the state's K-12 foundation formula. That's just fancy speak for, schools. There's also for transportation for schools, for students, for things that need to get done. There's career and technical education as well. That's where some of that money is going. Things like Franklin Tech and Joplin. That's a career and technical training school. I know Crowder College has a lot of career and technical training as well. There's grant opportunities for those programs in schools. Now, that's not to say that money's immediately going to Franklin Tech or to Crowder College, but there are grant opportunities that these schools can then apply for and get access to help the next generation of tradesmen and tradeswomen, tradespeople, trades they thems. For trades they them, Steves.
Just make it simple, tradesmen.
Tradesmen. What about the trades dogs? All right. There's also scholarships, the Empowerment Scholarship Account Program for kids. So that's where some of that is going for. Let's take a look at the economic development investments. A part of this $50.7 billion state operating budget for the state of Missouri includes about $338 million for economic development. That's going for apprenticeship programs, grant opportunities for that. Missouri Technology Cooperation and the Missouri One Start programs. These are programs for local communities and businesses to get training and potentially little grants funding, stuff like that. So that's a little economic development, ways to bring people into town. I know that former Missouri Governor Mike Parson was very famous for going to other states and even overseas to talk with businesses there and try and convince them to set up shop in Missouri.
That's true. He did.
That's all economic development for you, baby. So a little bit more of that.
One thing that I haven't heard mentioned was the transportation for the general use, like, for instance, funding for MAPS and OATS and even the Joplin trolley.
OATS?
Yeah, OATS, which is the area, it's Area Agency on Aging, I believe, that does the operation of that project. But like for transportation, like the Joplin trolley system, there were reports that when they were working on the budget, that the funding might be cut. I have not heard for sure yet. That's something I'll have to research because I know you'll tell me to research it.
Hey, Steve, what would be a really good idea?
If I research it.
You should research that.
But
It's
I'm
a
just
great
saying,
question.
that's something that's not mentioned in this release of information from the governor.
In addition to that, something else to consider is there is continued concern regarding Missouri's ballooning budget. $50.7 billion for fiscal year 2027 to run the state of Missouri is a lot. That's a whole heck of a
it
lot
is.
of money. And unfortunately, has been a pattern, and I'm sure you're no stranger to this if you listen to this show. We talk about it all the time, and that is federal COVID spending. That money went out like hotcakes under the Biden administration, which probably led to a whole heck of a lot of inflation. But that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there.
It did.
Neither here nor there.
It's
the
there
point
and here.
It's
both.
And in your wallet and in my wallet. And
no, it's in the businesses getting it from our wallet.
Right, exactly. But in any case, there is continued concern about the fact that this money is drying up. Have states become a little bit too reliant on that federal money? What will the state of Missouri do? Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick, he's the auditor of the state of Missouri. He issued a report saying that he is worried that Missouri is going to run out of money within the next couple of years. Not that far away. We're not talking like, in 20 years, we'll be out of cash. No, we're talking within the next couple of years.
And we're not like, as a state, not like the federal government. We can't just go print money. We've got to actually have a balanced budget. That's
right.
In the Constitution.
For the state of Missouri.
For the state of Missouri.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we can't just print money here. I mean, we could, but that would be considered counterfeit, and we all know what the law of the land says about that.
Yes.
So we're not going to do that. But that is a growing concern. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe, he said that he appreciates Scott Fitzpatrick's assessment of Missouri's monetary policy, and Governor Kehoe claims that he is confident that that won't be a problem. What exactly does that mean? Well, I guess that would mean either Missouri's going to have to start selling stuff on Temu to make up for some lost revenue here, or they're going to have to start cutting costs. They're going to have to start cutting spending.
Keep it American. Don't sell it on Temu. Sell it, like on, say, Amazon.
Yeah, you're right, Steve.
Something American.
Yeah, something American. Sell it on the TikTok shop. Now that America
or eBay.
Or eBay. Yeah, there you go. KZRG News Time 720.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Tucker Carlson said he plans to help build a third political party. He claims the two-party system is way too focused on overseas issues, and he thinks America is ready for a third option.
Number 2.
Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson says federal intelligence officials have shifted their stance on UAP/UFOs. The intelligence community went from flat-out denial of these things to admitting the encounters exist, but they don't know what they are. There are objects discussed in classified briefings described as glowing plasma-like spheres that move in ways inconsistent with conventional aircraft.
Number 1.
A military Black Hawk helicopter making an emergency landing in a field located between Lockwood and Greenfield, Missouri in Dade County. No one was injured. Military says the cause of the touchdown was a mechanical issue.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
How much do celebrity political endorsements matter to you? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or on News Talk KZRG, or text us at 417-782-1310. Coming up, a look at weekday weather with KZRG's meteorologist Terry Smith on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The heat and humidity continues the rest of this week. By the end of the weekend, we may get a little bit of relief, at least some rain, eventually some cooler temperatures, but not anytime soon. 94 today, heat index 102. Tomorrow, sunny and dry, 92. Saturday, 92 the high. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware, they got what you need there.
Hey guys, it's John here from Hinkle's Ace Hardware. You know, Steel is a family-owned company, and they do things a little differently. You won't find their tools sitting on a shelf at the giant big boxes. They only partner with locally owned stores like ours because they know you deserve real service. Our most popular battery tools right now are the HSA 26 with 2 attachments for grass trimming or touching up hedges, and the GTA 26 handheld pruning saw with a 4-inch bar perfect for pruning. We've also got you covered with all the heavy-duty steel gas gear, from professional-grade chainsaws and string trimmers to rugged pressure washers. But we don't just sell you a machine and wave goodbye. We actually have an on-site gold-certified mechanic right here to service your gear for years to come. That's the local service you expect and the quality you deserve. Swing by and see us today at Hinkle's Ace Hardware in Webb City or Joplin. Let's get your weekend project sorted out.
Neighbors helping neighbors. Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
If you're thinking about retiring soon, be sure to tune in to Watts on Wealth with Barry Watts of the Wealth Care Corporation. It's Sunday mornings at 6 right here. Listen as Barry Watts discusses the latest trends and headlines that would impact your retirement. Make sure you're well informed before you retire. Once again, join Barry Watts of the Wealth Care Corporation every Sunday morning at 6 for Watts on Wealth. Advisory services are provided through Wealth Care Asset Management, LLC.
Still married? That deserves a celebration. Whether it's your first anniversary or your 51st, Como Jewelry has just the thing to keep you in the good graces of your better half. Classic, custom, sparkly, or sentimental, we've got it all. Because anniversaries aren't just about counting the years. They're about celebrating all the "we made it" moments. Swing by in Pittsburgh or visit our brand new Joplin store at 3401 North Range Line. Como Jewelry, your jeweler for a lifetime and your ticket to a happy anniversary.
You don't have to wait until the 4th of July to enjoy delicious burgers and hot dogs fresh off the grill. Thursday, July 2nd, head to the Carl Junction Farmers Market at the Lakeside Pavilion in Briarbrook for a taste of local. S&B will be firing up the grill so you can enjoy local beef and pork raised by the same farmers you'll meet at the market. Then stick around to shop fresh produce, homemade goods, and more. Come hungry and come early to the Carl Junction Farmers Market on Thursday, July 2nd from 4 until 7, while supplies last.
This is your business.
Ew, what's that smell?
This is your business after a visit from Helping Hands Commercial Cleaning Services.
At Helping Hands, they get it. The dust bunny colony multiplying daily under your office desk. That window grime that turns a noxious shade of yellow when the sun hits it just right. The mess that keeps growing. It feels overwhelming. But Helping Hands can help. Cleaning is kind of their thing, and they do it without judgment. They provide reliable cleaning solutions backed by a spotless reputation. So whether your business needs a light dusting and quick refresh or a top-to-bottom deep clean, they can create a cleaning service that best fits your business needs. And they work with businesses of all kinds, from large-scale facilities and medical and manufacturing to professional offices and high-security facilities. Even if the mess feels out of control, Helping Hands can get you back on track fast. No judgment. They're ready to do the dirty work. Find Helping Hands Commercial Cleaning Services on Facebook or at helpinghandsservices.com.
This is Buck Sexton. Join me and Clay Travis every weekday from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's sunny, it's hot, and it's going to be that way the next few days, at least for a while, according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith, who joins us now. Terry, when are we going to get out of this rinse and repeat with just basically sunshine and heat?
We have one thing really working against us on that, and it's the fact that it's July, right?
Yes.
But, yeah, we are overachieving in terms of temperatures, at least through the rest of this week. Sunday, there's a cold front that's moving in our direction. So with some more rain, we may not be quite as hot. We may actually, be like more typical July, upper 80s starting Sunday. And we're kind of in and out of the rain for several days early next week. So I think we'll be more in line with typical July starting early next week.
Well, that sounds good. Now, how's the weather looking for Friday night and Saturday night when a lot of people are going to be shooting off fireworks? Are they going to be able to see their fireworks go up and explode in the sky, or are the clouds going to block it?
I think for the most part, we should have good weather for viewing the fireworks, maybe not for sitting outside in the middle part of the day just because the heat and humidity will be around. But again, this isn't really too much out of the norm for us. We're dry. I think our first opportunity to get any sort of rain would be Sunday, most likely in the afternoon as that cold front gets closer. So whatever 4th of July plans you have, I highly recommend sunscreen and sunglasses and lots of water.
All right, so tell us exactly what's going to be happening over the next few days, Terry.
So today you might see a few clouds. I think today's going to be the hottest day that we'll see over the course of the next several days. 94 this afternoon, and then mid-70s tonight. Tomorrow, still dry, 92. Saturday, 92. And then that possibility of some rain on Sunday
and that may keep our temperatures closer to 90 or maybe in the upper 80s for Sunday.
All right.
All right. Sunday sounds somewhat decent then?
Well, here's the thing for me, and I just speak for myself. I honestly cannot step outside and tell the difference between 89 and 91. So it's still friggin' hot, right?
Well, it's the National Weather Service says like 91 is not hot, but 92 is. You ever notice that? It's like, geez.
I wonder if that's what Phil the Groundhog told him.
If he didn't bite him.
Well, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith, thank you very, very much for joining us. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a good one, Terry.
You too. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye. That was meteorologist Terry Smith here on News Talk KZRG. This Saturday is America's birthday. It is, in fact, the 4th of July. And even after this Saturday, there's a lot of stuff going on in the 4 states. Coming up in less than 10 minutes at around 7:40, we're going to be learning about some of the really fun things that you can do to celebrate America's birthday and even some fun activities beyond that as well. That's coming up in less than 10 minutes at around 7:40 on News Talk KZRG.
At 7:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Ransom notes.
U.S.-Iran talks on hold.
USPS ballot ruling.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Heat advisory through 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Heading for a high of 94. Heat index could be 100 to 105. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 7:38. It's 72 with sunshine in Neosho, 73 in Pittsburgh, 74 in Carl Junction, 74 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk KZRG.
An aspect of the Nancy Guthrie disappearance remains under close scrutiny.
The FBI weighing in after conflicting reports over ransom notes in the Nancy Guthrie case, revealing that some may be legitimate and that they're still being investigated as such in the disappearance of Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie's mother. It did acknowledge, though, that many of them turned out to be dead ends. This coming in response to an earlier Reuters report that emails demanding Bitcoin had been determined to be illegitimate. The letters, which were among those sent to law enforcement and media after the kidnapping, correctly identified details that hadn't been revealed to the public, including a broken security light on Guthrie's house and the Apple Watch she'd been wearing. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
The U.S. and Iran carrying out more discussions in Doha, Qatar. Trey Yinks has the latest for News Talk KZRG.
The Iranians are already starting to admit that some nuclear inspections will take place. They're also talking about that money for sanctions relief and that some will be used to buy goods for the Iranian people. President Trump was asked about the status of negotiations yesterday.
As far as things are going, the denuclearization of Iran is moving along well.
A lot of moving parts here in the Middle East, but there is hope that these current negotiations could lead to a quieter time. The Iranians are already admitting to the fact that some nuclear inspections will take place, and some of that sanctions relief money will go to buying goods for the Iranian people.
A federal judge blocks restrictions on the delivery of mail-in ballots.
The U.S. Postal Service proposed a rule last month requiring states to provide lists of eligible mail-in ballot voters to the federal government and provide envelopes identified with unique barcodes for each voter. Federal Judge Emmett Sullivan in D.C. is preemptively blocking any changes to ballot delivery, ruling it would violate a settlement with the NAACP 4 years ago during the COVID-19 pandemic to expedite election mail. Another D.C. judge in May had declined to block President Trump's executive order restricting mail-in voting, calling challenges premature since nothing had actually changed yet. A federal judge in Massachusetts, though, last week blocked the order altogether, ruling the president likely exceeded his authority by directing changes to how states administer federal elections. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Sunshine 74, 733 News Talk, KZRG.
In southwest Missouri yesterday, it was Black Hawk down. Steve Smith explains.
Just after 11 on Wednesday morning, the Dade County Sheriff's Office
was notified that an Army Black Hawk helicopter was conducting an emergency landing in a field between Lockwood and Greenfield. The aircraft and all crew members were located safely and reported no injuries. Preliminary information indicates the helicopter experienced a mechanical issue that required an immediate landing. You can see a photo inside the KZRG app. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Just in the nick of time, Governor Kehoe signed a new state budget into law. Lisa Nelson breaks down some of the key items.
The governor has signed a $50.7 billion state budget proposal with nearly $500 million in cuts and funding freezes. Some of his vetoes include $1.6 million for teacher recruitment and retention grants and $500,000 for safe school initiatives. The governor touts several items that survived, including $2 billion to help law enforcement. The new state budget begins Wednesday. Elisa Nelson, Missouri Net.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 74, 735, News Talk, KZRG.
Well, there's going to be a lot of holiday travel this weekend, which could lead to road rage. We've all been there, but Missouri State Highway Patrol Corporal Sam Carpenter told News Talk KZRG what's best is if you take a breath on the roads this holiday.
If the car in front of you is going the speed limit or over the speed limit and you're mad because you can't pass them, that's irrational. That doesn't even make any sense. But we have people out there almost having strokes. Their blood pressure's so high because they're so angry because they can't drive 85 miles an hour down the highway. You're in the wrong. It's all on you. So just slow down, relax. You're going to get there.
It's out of this world. The 2026 UFO Festival kicks off today.
World UFO Day, celebrated each year on July 2nd, marks the anniversary of the Roswell incident in 1947, when reports of a mysterious crash in New Mexico spawned decades of theories about UFOs and extraterrestrial life. And this year's UFO Festival is happening in Roswell, just in time to make July 4th out of this world. There are events planned, including a drone show over downtown Roswell, a parade, a Walk of Fame ceremony, an alien costume contest for humans and pets, and the UFO Festival car show. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
How did Team USA do in FIFA last night? Joe Morgan's got the answer.
We start on the pitch. The U.S. men's national team secures a massive 2-0 victory over Bosnia-Herzegovina. Next up for the Stars and Stripes, a heavyweight clash against Belgium this Monday at 7 p.m. Mark your calendars. To the diamond, Ozzie Albies launched a homer and drives in two, powering the Atlanta Braves past the Cardinals 5-1. It's only Atlanta's 5th win in their last 18 tries, but they are still occupying the top spot in the NL East. Rubber matches tonight with the first pitch at 6:15. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Finally, Junior Caminero is unconscious right now. The Rays phenom goes yard in the first inning. That is his 6th straight game with a long ball, tying the Tampa Bay franchise record. The Rays shut out the Royals 4-0 for their 7th straight win. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. And that's a look at sports. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of the city of Joplin. From plastic bottles to metal cans, recycling in Joplin is easy. Get rolling. Request your recycling cart today. Recycling benefits us all. Learn more at joplinrecycles.com. Recycle, it's how we roll. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 8 o'clock. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The heat and humidity continues the rest of this week. By the end of the weekend, we may get a little bit of relief, at least some rain, eventually some cooler temperatures, but not anytime soon. 94 today, heat index 102. Tomorrow, sunny and dry, 92. Saturday, 92 the high. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 72 in Neosho, 73 in Pittsburgh, 74 in Webb City, 74 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:39.
You work hard,
follow the rules and get absolutely slammed by taxes. Your paycheck taxed, your property taxed, everything you buy taxed. Missouri's tax system isn't broken, it's rigged against you. The lawyers and lobbyists working for big corporations and the super rich buried over 200 loopholes for themselves in our tax code. While they pay nothing on the services they use, working families are taxed over and over. It's no wonder they're lying about Amendment 5. Our corrupt tax system is rigged in their favor. They're getting a free ride on your back. Don't believe their lies. The truth is, Amendment 5 closes loopholes exploited by the super rich and slashes taxes paid by Missouri's working families, phasing out income taxes and cutting property taxes. They finally pay what they owe while you keep what you earn. Vote yes on Amendment 5. Paid for by Missouri Promise PAC.
Tyler's has the carpet you've been looking for. Your complete floor covering store.
Hi, it's Ron, the chief carpetologist at Tyler's Carpet in Neosho. Wow, that was really close. Getting ready to celebrate the 4th of July holiday with my family. I think my wife Bobby is starting the celebration a little early. Family, food, fun, and fireworks make this one of my favorite holidays of the year. I hope all of you have a great 4th of July holiday too. I would like to take this time to thank all of those that have served and those who are now serving in our military. They are the reason we celebrate this holiday. Come on, Bobby. I'm beginning to think she's trying to hit me on purpose. Have a safe 4th of July. You may not need floor covering now, but when you do, keep the chief in mind, carpetologist, that is.
Tyler's has the carpet you've been looking for. Your complete floor covering store.
Tyler's Carpet, Neosho.
Keep the chief in mind, carpetologist, that is.
See their ad in Names and Numbers.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-976-8822. That's 800-976-8822. 800-976-8822.
Hey, it's Mark Levin with The Mark Levin Show. Be sure to tune in every weekday from 5 to 8 on FM 102.9, 105.9, and AM 1310. News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7:42 is the KZRG News Time. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Joining us live in Studio 1Z right now is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Barry Linduff, along with John Smilnick, a.k.a. GM John. How are you guys doing today?
Good. We're having a lot of fun being here.
We call him the sheriff because there's a new sheriff in town.
Sheriff at Buffalo Run Casino.
Uh-oh. Don't let Matt Stewart hear that, Barry.
Okay. We'll haul out of here out of city limits as soon as this interview's
real
done.
fast here. No, you guys are here to talk to us about a really, really fun, exciting Independence Day celebration that's upcoming with Buffalo Run Casino and Resort. Tell us all about it.
Well, it's important. You know, we have a lot of fun. I don't know if you know that or not, or you see that, but we have fun in everything we do, and we also think it's important to give back to the community. So we partner with the City of Miami, and our goal this year, and we will succeed for sure, is make the biggest 4th of July event in northeastern Oklahoma. I mean, it's America 250, right? Go big or go home. America's back, baby, and we're celebrating at Buffalo Run this Saturday.
That's fun and exciting, too, because I look forward to the free hot dogs because I'm 6'5", 220. After this, I might be 6'5", 230 because of the free hot dogs, and we've got all kinds of food, drinks, bounce houses. If we can get Barry out of the bounce house, of course. So that's...
Hey, I like it.
Well, we've said for years now, Barry, you're just a big kid,
Well, and speaking of that, it is at Buffalo Run, but it is all an all ages event. The kids can come. I mean, we've got stuff for them, and the inflatables. Like I said, they'll have to get in line. I enjoy a good inflatable house, but we've got the free hot dogs, face painting for the kids, and all kinds of food trucks. We've got frozen elephant, wings, hot dogs. Like I said, everything.
Yeah,
it's a bad week to go on a diet. Let's just say that.
We're live now with Barry Linduff and John Smilnick of Buffalo Run Casino and Resort. They're talking about their upcoming 4th of July celebration, Independence Day, happening at their location, which is when and where, by the way?
It's this Saturday and right off of 44, exit 13 in Miami. Can't miss it. Just drive down 44, and when you see all the fun and excitement pull off, that's where we'll be. We've got all that going on. We've got the little band, these little kids called, I don't know if you heard them locally, Big Smitty. I hope they make it one day. I hope the kids, really jam out to their music. No, I'm kidding. They have a great following. It's going to be a great time anytime they come out.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a blast. Now, what time does this event kick off on Saturday?
You can show up at 4 o'clock, and that's the thing is, if you come out there, the weather's supposed to be nice, a lot of sun. We have so many billboards, though, it actually kind of gives you a little bit of shade
That's
if you
right.
come down
Hang out
I-44 and see all those billboards. Starts around 4 o'clock. It is always 68 and sunny inside the casino, so if it does get a little hot outside, you can always come in and pay us a visit.
Yeah. Now, I know that this event, it is family-friendly.
Yeah.
Bring the kids,
Please.
bring the grandkids, bring them all.
8 to 80.
If it gets real hot, are the kids allowed in the casino to cool down? Are there parts of the casino and resort that they're allowed to be in?
We keep them away from the slot machines and the table games.
It's because they're really good at gambling.
Oh,
right?
yeah, they love that. We've got an area in the back of the casino that we call Miami Beach, which we've got 66-cent wings, 66-cent ribs. So bring your 3-year-old. They love that stuff
That's right.
in there. Just
If you
we
can
keep
pry
them
them off the
floor.
slot machine.
Yeah, just, exactly.
KZRG News Time 7:45. It's happening at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort in the Miami area this Saturday. This Saturday, 4 o'clock events kick off. We're talking food trucks, bounce houses, free hot dogs.
Free.
Face painting, air conditioning,
That's
shade
right.
with the billboards, and of
That's
course,
right.
the big crescendo of the night. What's happening once the sun sets?
Once it gets dark, the city of Miami and us are going to set off the largest fireworks.
Light up the sky.
Maybe in the history of America's 250. I mean, I'm just saying it could be possible. It could be the largest.
And airplanes.
But there's only one way to find out, and that's
I was going to say, if you want to fact check that claim, you got to show
That's
up.
right. You have to,
and then
be
you
there.
can be the judge.
Check me on that. And if you get down there, there's somebody I want to introduce you to.
Me?
Yeah.
Me,
I
Ted
think
Borges.
I think you would get along really well.
Oh, excellent. Is it a mirror?
His name's Neo. Well, I know there hadn't been a mirror that you met that you hadn't liked, but Neo, the mechanical bull.
Neo the Mechanical Bull is
Yeah.
going to be there.
Yeah, either you or Steve.
Oh, boy. I will say, as much as excitement as it would give me to go, it would break Steve's heart if he didn't get a chance to ride
You're
Neo
right.
the Mechanical Bull.
And I know you're such a kind gentleman, kind soul. You wouldn't want him to get hurt, so I'm sure you're going to duct tape him on the thing.
Of course.
And just
for his safety.
And just hit the go button.
Right, exactly.
That's
so
right.
he doesn't fall.
Follow that exclusive content on the KZRG Facebook page on Monday.
Neo the Mechanical Bull is going to be there. That's awesome. It's all happening this Saturday, starting at 4, Buffalo Run Casino and Resort. Be there or be square. But aside from this 4th of July, as exciting as that is, I also know that you guys have a lot of other stuff coming up in the works as well. Tell us about that.
There's a reason we call him the sheriff, because there's a new sheriff in town. He's bringing back the entertainment capital of the 4 states, and it actually kicked off last weekend with our sold-out XFN fight, which, it sold out, so don't miss out when we announce the next one coming in November. But you're going to want to check our social media and Facebook, because we're adding events all the time. We've got Rock Gods at the end of the month. Love a little bit of the bands called AC/DC, Kiss, Van Halen.
These lesser-known bands.
Well, it's where, we give, we should actually do this. We should give a discount to people who show up with super long hair. You can wig it out as far as I care, or leather pants. You know, it's kind of a celebration of 70s.
If you want to
and
wear
80s.
leather pants in 98 degrees.
Yeah, I think that
I think
absolutely.
you've earned something.
Yeah,
You've earned a discount.
Well, except for Steve, he wears
leather pants year-round.
Year-round,
That's a standard
Leather
operating
tank
procedure.
top.
Yeah, leather tank top.
So, okay, I'm thinking discount for people that show up in proper attire, and for Gen Zers that can actually name two of the band members of these bands. Because believe it or not,
I love
that's
it.
a challenge.
That's a challenge for Gen Z.
Yes, that's
I think
right.
that would help out a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to culture them a little bit. You have to trick the kids into learning something these
Gotta
days.
trick the kids.
Gene Simmons and who?
Yeah, exactly.
I think he had long hair too, maybe.
Exactly.
I'm not sure. So there's all sorts of stuff going on all year round at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort. You can check it out. You had mentioned social media is the place to go. What are those social medias?
Of course, Buffalo Run, BuffaloRun.com. Make sure you check those. It's like we're adding acts like every single day. Of course, we talked about Rock Gods at the end of the month. And then, of course, if you like country flair, there's in July our Big Red Dirt Festival.
Yeah, the Big Red Dirt Festival, that's coming up on the 18th of July. Is that right?
Yep, Pat Green, Jason Boland and the Stragglers, and the Great Divide. So there's a little bit of something for everybody. We are packing it out, and the return of the entertainment capital of the 4 states.
Excellent. John Barry, is there anything else you think people should know about either this Saturday's upcoming Buffalo Run Casino and Resort 4th of July extravaganza or anything else you guys have going on?
Get ready to have fun. Bring your appetite. It's America 250. We're doing it big. And if you're not there, you hate America.
You heard it here first, folks. Barry, John, thanks very much for being here this morning.
Thanks for having us, as always.
We'll talk to you guys again soon. KZRG News Time, 7:50.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Tucker Carlson said he plans to help build a third political party, claiming that the two-party system is way too focused on overseas issues, and he thinks America is ready for a third option.
Number 2.
Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson says federal intelligence officials has shifted their stance on UAPs. The intelligence community went from flat-out denial of these things to admitting that the encounters not only exist, but they don't even know what they are. There are objects that he claims are being discussed in classified briefings described as glowing plasma-like spheres that move in ways inconsistent with conventional aircraft.
Number 1.
Speaking of conventional aircraft, a military Black Hawk helicopter made an emergency landing in a field located between Lockwood and Greenfield, Missouri and Dade County. No one was injured, and the military says the cause of the touchdown were mechanical issues. An investigation is still underway.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
How much do celebrity political endorsements matter to you? We want to know. Leave us an open mic message or text us at 417-782-1310. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do they matter a lot? Matter not at all? Let us know your thinking. Coming up, your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos. On News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The heat and humidity continues the rest of this week. By the end of the weekend, we may get a little bit of relief, at least some rain, eventually some cooler temperatures, but not anytime soon. 94 today, heat index 102. Tomorrow, sunny and dry, 92. Saturday, 92 the high. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
We buy guns, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes, we are the best, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes.
This is Liberty Tree Guns, the best place to sell your firearms. Walk in with a gun, walk out with money.
We buy guns, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes, we are the best, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes.
Liberty Tree Guns, across from Lowe's in Carthage. Or visit libertytreeguns.com to start your quote today.
We buy guns, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes, we are the best, oh yes.
Hey, want a free checking account from Community Bank and Trust?
Free? Yeah, right. What's the catch?
Well, there's no catch.
There's always a catch. I bet there's a minimum balance requirement.
Nope, their absolutely free checking account is free from minimum balance requirements.
Okay, then I bet there's a monthly service charge.
Actually, there's not. Their absolutely free checking is free from a monthly service charge.
So when you say free, you mean?
Free, gratis, countless, liberated.
Wow. free, so I could check my balance, pay bills, use my debit card, and bank from my phone.
Without paying a monthly fee.
Now that's my kind of free.
Absolutely free checking, the account that gives you all the features you need for zero monthly fees from Community Bank and Trust. Get started at one of the local employee-owned CBT locations today or at cbthomebank.com. Community Bank and Trust, where trust is so important, it's in our name. Other fees such as NSF, overdraft, sustained overdraft fees, etc. may apply. See fee schedule for details. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 580491.
Saving money this 4th of July at Menards. Build a stronger deck with AC2 pressure-treated thick decking. It's 15% thicker than 5/4 thin decking. Available in green pressure-treated or pre-finished cedar tone premium with a beautiful brown color pressurized right into the wood. Plus, get free estimates using our deck design program in-store or on Menards.com. Also, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
You've seen the ads. Build your own website in 5 minutes. Plug in this app and that widget and watch customers magically appear.
Yeah, I tried that, and now I've got a website that looks like everyone else's, and nobody in town can even find it.
At Zimmer Marketing, we're your neighbors. We live here. We shop here. We know the 4 states and the people you're trying to reach.
So when Zimmer built my site, they didn't just have some template I had to fill in. They actually asked about my business, my customers, my goals, and then they built a website that actually brings people through the door.
A website isn't code. It's a salesperson working for you 24/7. So should your website be built by a generic robot somewhere far away or custom built by a local pro that understands the market?
Yeah, I'll take the local pro.
It's real websites for real local businesses. Get started today at ZimmerMarketing.com. Our local web team is ready to start your website the right way. So start now at ZimmerMarketing.com. Zimmer Marketing. It just works.
If it makes the establishment nervous, we're talking about it. Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Join me tonight at 8, right after Mark Levin on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
Swim, be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question. 417-782-1310. 417-782-1310. Ted, what's the question?
Today's question, in honor of America 250, is American history themed. Here it is. What was the first country to officially recognize the United States of America as a sovereign nation?
From day one?
Well, it wasn't quite day one.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. It happened in 1777, not 1776, but pretty close.
Okay.
What was the first nation to recognize the United States of America as its own sovereign nation? 417-782-1310. We're giving it all away in honor of America. What is it, Steve?
Complimentary taco and chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
Yes, sirree, Bob.
Good stuff, Maynard.
What was the first country to recognize the United States as a sovereign land? 417-782-1310. What was the first country to recognize the United States as its own nation? 417-782-1310. I'll give you a hint. It's not who you would expect. That's my hint. It is not one of the heavy hitters. It's not Russia. It certainly wasn't Great Britain.
Was it Iran?
It wasn't Iran. Wasn't China. It is a smaller country, a slightly lesser-known country, but one that still exists today, one that's still in the news today. 417-782-1310. What was the first country to recognize the United States of America as its own country? 417-782-1310. Not Russia, not China, not England, not even France.
Is it one of the teams playing in the FIFA Cup?
I believe so, and I think they're actually doing pretty well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of the teams that's playing in the World Cup, and I think they're doing pretty well. 417-782-1310. What was the first country to recognize the United States of America as its own sovereign country? News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
Denmark.
Denmark, great guess, but no, not Denmark. You're kind of close, though. It's not Denmark, but it's a country like that. It's one that exists, one that you've heard of, but it's not one of the big heavy hitters.
Okay.
417-782-1310. I'll give you another hint. It's not Denmark. It's not Norway. It's not Spain. And it's not even the Netherlands. But it's a country that you've heard of. 417-782-1310. What was the first country to officially recognize the United States of America as their own sovereign nation? I'll give you another hint. They hold they have 70% of planet Earth's phosphate reserves.
Oh, gee, we just talked about this yesterday.
417-782-1310. This country starts with an M. 417-782-1310. What is the first country to officially recognize the United States of America as its own country? It starts with an M. Here's another really obvious hint. It kind of sounds like maraca, but it's not maraca.
Oh, it's like something you shake in your hand when
Yeah,
making
you know maraca
music.
is the music instrument. The name of this country sounds a lot like maraca, but it's not maraca. It's a different name. What is the name of this country? They were the first one to recognize the United States of America as its own nation. Is this a holdover?
It may be.
It may be. 417-782-1310. Oh, here we go. Final 11th hour. News Talk KZRG. What is your guess?
Morocco.
Yes, Morocco. They were technically the first country to recognize the United States as its own nation in 1777. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG.
The four states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXT, HD2, Joplin. It's 8 o'clock.
A hiring slowdown. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Less than half what it was in May. 57,000 jobs created last month. Economists expect to double that. And the number of new jobs in May also revised down by 43,000. However,
the unemployment rate fell to 4.2%, down from 4.3%, which it had been holding steady at for about 3 months.
That's Fox Business Network Cheryl Casoni. For a second day, there's a search in the Arabian Sea for a sailor still missing after a U.S. Navy helicopter made an emergency water landing.
The U.S. military says there's no indication the crash was caused by enemy action, but the cause is still under investigation. Navy assets are searching for the missing crewman. 3 others on board were hurt, but are in a stable condition. The U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet says the helicopter was deployed to the region on the USS George H.W. Bush aircraft carrier.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. It's up to now at least 20 deaths in Ukraine after a Russian bombardment. Hundreds of drones and missiles targeting the capital, Kyiv. Many others are injured. There's a lot of damage. It's a Russian retaliation for Ukrainian strikes that hit oil facilities inside Russia. Millions of Americans will try not to be outside a lot today.
The heat will be dangerously warm.
That's Fox Weather's Michael Estime. He's outside D.C. in National Harbor, Maryland, where it could hit a record 102 degrees today.
Just make sure that you're drinking plenty of water, wearing those light and loose colored clothing, and you're finding air conditioning at every opportunity.
With the humidity factored in, it'll feel like over 100 in a lot of areas. Heat warnings, alerts stretch from Arkansas to Wisconsin, Michigan to Pennsylvania, Maryland up to Maine. Team USA advances at the World Cup, beating Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-0, despite playing most of the second half shorthanded when an American was ejected, getting a red card for a foul.
I think it shows our character. I mean, we said it before a lot of times. We're always there for each other.
Malik Tillman scored the second goal. The American team advances to the round of 16. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, heat advisory through 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Heading for a high of 94, heat index could be 100 to 105. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 8:08. Sunshine 77 Neosho, 77 in Pittsburgh, 80 in Galena, 80 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG. Affordable housing for veterans.
If you've drove over the 20th Street Bridge in Joplin east of the high school, you'll notice that's new apartment complex under construction that's aiming to help veterans get lower rents. It's a $1.2 million 10-unit Agape apartment project that's a joint effort by the Joplin Economic Housing Development Initiative and the Joplin Area Habitat for Humanity. Officials tell us it should be done in October. I'm Cy Albright, News Talk KZRG.
Defending budget cuts. Missouri State Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick has warned Missouri is spending more than it's bringing in. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe says this new state budget takes steps to address that very concern.
I read his report. I appreciate his input. It probably didn't go as far as he recommended, but I think we went a long way down the road of his recommendations, and we'll continue to work with Auditor Fitzpatrick on what the future looks like in the Missouri budget.
Kehoe's new $50.7 billion budget includes nearly $500 million in vetoes and spending restrictions while preserving some pretty major investments in education, healthcare, and public safety.
Both sides of the aisle want more information on possible alien life, so says Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson.
It is extremely rare and more rare right now. But I have good friends on the other side of the aisle that we have found commonality with this. And I think at the end of the day, this is a humanity issue. And it's something that we all should care about.
Burleson says, though, if aliens are real, it'll be the Trump administration to reveal what others were afraid to. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 80, 804, going on 805. News Talk, KZRG.
Have a safe 4th. Missouri State Highway Patrol Corporal Sam Carpenter says don't ever drink and drive.
It really isn't a hard decision. A lot of people have difficulty with it for some reason. We don't quite understand that. Just make a plan. That's all you got to do.
He says taxis, Ubers, and Lyfts are always the way to go if you do plan on having a couple of drinks to celebrate America's 250th birthday.
The fun continues on 7th Street in Joplin. MoDOT sharing an update about how things are going as they continue to improve the historic roadway. All lanes are going to be closed between Florida and Highland during nighttime hours, 8 p.m. Monday, July 6th through 6 a.m. Tuesday, July 7th, for storm water work. After overnight closure, at least one lane of Route 66, 7th Street will be open in both directions. Access to all businesses will be maintained at all times. How did Team USA do in the FIFA Cup? Joe Morgan's got the answer.
We start on the pitch. The U.S. men's national team secures a massive 2-0 victory over Bosnia-Herzegovina. Next up for the Stars and Stripes, a heavyweight clash against Belgium this Monday at 7 p.m. Mark your calendars. To the diamond, Ozzie Albies launched a homer and drives in 2, powering the Atlanta Braves past the Cardinals 5-1. It's only Atlanta's 5th win in their last 18 tries, but they are still occupying the top spot in the NL East. Rubber matches tonight with the first pitch at 6:15. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Finally, Junior Caminero is unconscious right now. The Rays phenom goes yard in the first inning. That is his 6th straight game with a long ball, tying the Tampa Bay franchise record. The Rays shut out the Royals 4-0 for their 7th straight win. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. And that's a look at sports. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of the City of Joplin. From plastic bottles to metal cans, recycling in Joplin is easy. Get rolling. Request your recycling cart today. Recycling benefits us all. Learn more at joplinrecycles.com. Recycle, it's how we roll. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 8:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. No big change in our overall weather pattern. Sunny, hot, and dry, humid through the rest of the week. 94 today, heat index 102. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
This weather update is powered by Zimmer Marketing, locally owned, deeply invested in the 4 states, and proud to give back to the community we love. Grow your business with people who care. Visit ZimmerMarketing.com to get started today.
No rain showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 77 in Neosho, sunshine 77 in Pittsburgh. It's 80 in Webb City, 80 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 8:08.
You know
know that feeling. Your driver calls and says, "You're not going to like this." It's your first holy cow moment of the day. Maybe it's a blown hub, a trailer that won't brake right, a lighting issue right before a load has to leave. But whatever it is, you know your day and your bottom line is at risk. That's why you need Bennett's Truck and Trailer. They know those holy cow moments hit fast. And when they do, you need someone who knows how to fix the problem and keep you moving. From the biggest fleets to owner-operators running on thin margins, Bennett's is the name people trust when the unexpected threatens to put the brakes on your day. Because at Bennett's, it's not just about parts and repairs. It's about keeping your business on the road. Fast service, experienced techs, dependable solutions. That's why so many companies trust the Bennett way.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Cindy from Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Roll into the shop on Thunder Road in Dunawig or find us online at bennettstrucktrailer.com.
Bennett's Truck and Trailer, the name fleets trust and the service drivers remember.
You hear that, Jason? Woo! It's the sound of another person learning about the financing options at Bridgewater Roofing.
You sound pretty excited about our customized payment plans, Josh.
Yeah, we made buying a new roof affordable with payment plans designed to fit your budget.
That's a lot to get excited about. And don't forget quick approval and flexible terms. That's because at Bridgewater Roofing, we've got you covered.
Come visit our showroom or learn more at bridgewaterroofing.net.
Reputation, quality, and value too. Bridgewater Roofing takes care of you.
No matter how big or small your lawn is, you want it to look its best. And with Hickman Lawn and Landscape Services, you can do just that. At Hickman, they know that keeping your lawn in tip-top shape is a must. That's why you should consider an irrigation system from Hickman Lawn and Landscape Services. Irrigation systems provide convenience, beauty, and value, making them a worthy investment for anyone looking to improve the health and beauty of their lawn. At Hickman, they shape the outdoors from the ground up. Visit HickmanLawns.com to get started today.
Everyone walks through seasons of uncertainty, but you don't have to walk through them alone. At intouch.org, you'll find messages of hope, biblical truth, and encouragement from Dr. Charles Stanley, available anytime you need it. Dive into devotionals, watch sermons, or explore resources that help you draw closer to God day by day. When you're ready to refocus your heart and renew your faith, visit intouch.org. It may be exactly what your soul needs today.
So Ryan and I came to the decision to get life insurance when I was pregnant with our first son. He really wanted us to be taken care of if something happened to him. He provided for our family in life and also after his death. I think that would make him proud. Ethos makes it fast and easy to get life insurance. Apply in minutes and get same-day coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The latest is always heard on News Talk KZRG. Broadcasting from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio, this is News Talk KZRG. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be sunny. It's going to be hot for today and tomorrow. In fact, even for Saturday, Independence Day. Heat advisory in effect until at least 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Today, 94 hot with the heat index 100 to 105. 75 tonight, partly cloudy. Tomorrow, 92 with sunshine and hot. Heat index again 100 to 105 for tomorrow. 74 and partly cloudy on Friday night. And on Saturday, July the 4th, it's going to be 94 with sunshine and lots of it and lots of heat. And then on Saturday night, just in time to shoot off the fireworks, it'll be come dark with lots of bright lights flashing all over the sky called fireworks. 73 for the overnight low and partly cloudy. That's all according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Call it back again, because former Vice President Kamala Harris appears to be gearing up for yet another presidential run.
Oh boy, I am so excited for word salads. I wonder if I'll get to use Italian dressing or maybe Thousand Island.
I know, since she's been out of the limelight, I've been going hungry.
I know, so have I.
The children are starving. We need Kamala Harris out there to feed the word salads.
Please, Kamala, come back. Join us. Kamala, please.
Apparently, she's been privately contacting progressive Democrats and pro-Palestinian activists, along with trying to re-corral all of her former aides, or I guess not all of them, but a lot of them,
yeah,
and other Democrat Party figures. She's been doing the rounds, which means one of two things. Actually, really, it means one of three things. Number one, she has a book coming out.
Probably.
So that could possibly be it. Number two, she's running for president. Or number three, and this is, to be honest, the most likely of the three options, she's that lonely and bored that she's just like reaching out to people. Hey, what are you up to?
Or maybe she's going to put out a book to raise enough money so she can run for president again.
Because she's
28.
bored.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all three.
Bored. It's all three together.
Yeah, who knows? So, to be honest, jokes aside, it is likely that it looks like she's gearing up. She's at least testing the waters for a 2028 White House run.
Maybe she's talking to the progressives to see if they can understand her word salads.
I think she's talking to the progressives.
Maybe they can translate it.
It seems to me that she has decided that the most progressive wing of the Democratic Party is the future of the party. Otherwise, she wouldn't give them time of day. Someone that is gearing up for a presidential run, she's calling the people that matter. She's calling the people that she thinks are her best shot at the White House. And if those people are the far left, the neo-communists, all the things that Mark Levin rants and raves about every single weekday starting at 5 here on News Talk KZRG, then that to me signifies that that's what she thinks the future of the party is. As a matter of fact, we got word here on KZRG, apparently she had privately called New York City Mayor Zoran Mandami.
Ooh.
That's the level of far left we're talking about here.
I would love to have been a fly on the wall and heard that conversation.
Yeah, the people that will one day make Bernie Sanders seem moderate. That's how far they're going to be going.
Or might even make him seem far right.
Right, yeah, maybe even that. So apparently, she actually spoke with Mayor Zoran Mandami just last week. And apparently that conversation ended with them planning more meetings together. Why? Well, she might be really, really, really passionate about New York City and the future of it, or she might be looking to get that sweet, sweet Zoran endorsement, which has been carrying some weight. He recently endorsed a number of candidates that went and won their respective races.
And maybe in 2028, she might have more than 107 days to win.
KZRG News Time, 8:15. And then what is she going to name her book? Oh, it's going to be tough for her.
However many days she actually, from day of the announcement to the day that she wins.
Apparently, Kamala Harris also recently met just earlier this year with AOC, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Maybe she needed a mixed drink.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why she met with AOC.
I think it's possible. Hillary Clinton might have been there. I know she's a bit of a drinker.
Oh, yeah.
So perhaps that was
She probably mixes her own or doesn't allow Bill to help.
Yeah. Apparently, Harris has also, and her team, I should say, has also been reaching out to pro-Palestinian activists, including at least one person involved in the Leading the Uncommitted movement, which is a far left-wing anti-Israel movement. This uncommitted movement, they pretty much sparked after, or as a result, I should say, of Joe Biden being pro-Israel. And they were so angry that the Democrat figurehead would be pro-Israel that they decided to start their own little groupie. And Kamala Harris is now reaching out to them. Why? Again, why? She's either that bored or she has political ambitions.
Now she'll have to reach out to Tucker Carlson since he's thinking of a third party.
Yeah, I don't think her and Tucker would get along too well.
No, he'd have this blank look on his face when she'd get the word salads.
Right. So is Kamala Harris going to run for 2028? All signs are pointing to yes at this time. Obviously, we're a little far out here. We still have time. Things can still change, but this is the stage. Why we're talking about it is because at this stage in presidential election cycles, this is when candidates start actually building up their movement.
Yeah, they all make the announcements after the midterm elections.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, how are we going to know the midterm elections are over? Because they have mail-in voting that they can count for like 300 days after the fact.
Right, yeah. Unpopular opinion here. I think this is great. I honestly believe that this is really, really good. I really believe that Kamala Harris running for president as a Democrat in 2028 is probably the best thing that could happen to this country. And I say that in all sincerity, and here's why. All of the people that are moderate that sit on the fence have now proven they're not going to vote for her because she doesn't make sense. She has word salads. Her policies were non-existent. Nobody actually knew what she stood for. And if her big power play is to now go even further left, no moderate is going with that. So that gives Republicans, I think, an even better shot at the White House.
I know her secret weapon, though, to try to win.
What's that?
She'll go and talk to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
On his podcast, because
maybe she'll
really
actually
help.
go this time. He invited her onto the pod during the last race, and she refused.
I know, and that's the reason why she lost, allegedly.
Yeah, I don't think that's why.
Oh, okay.
But in any case, that's number one, why I think this is good. Number two, I think if she runs for president as a Democrat in 2028, Kamala Harris, that's going to split the Democrat Party even more, which a fractured Democrat Party is good news for the Republicans as far as I'm concerned. And here's why I think it'll fracture it, is because she is now pandering to the farthest of left. Right now, we are getting reports within the Democratic sphere that a lot of Democrats are not all in on this Bernie Sanders, AOC, Zoran Mandami wavelength. They are not a huge fan, and there is now a lot of infighting in that party with a lot of people trying to get back to more traditional Democrat systems of leadership, styles of governance. This party, if this happens, if she becomes the major figurehead for the party, I think that'll split it even more, personally. Because there's going to be a certain point where all the things that far-left people like to hear versus the reality of how to run a country, society, and economy will come to head. And there is a massive gap between those two things. How things actually work and how far-left people like to hear that they work. There's a massive gap between those two realities. And if Kamala Harris runs, she's going to have to come to head with that, and it's going to be a complete mess for that party. Which, again, if you are a Republican, that's great news.
Yeah, it is.
I think so. So I think she should run.
I
think
agree
it's
with
great.
you. Mark your calendar. This is the day that Ted and I actually completely agreed on something. This time.
Steve Scott. Also mark your calendar. Steve Scott officially endorsing Kamala Harris for 2028.
No. That's Ted.
Yeah, Steve's all in. Steve loves Kamala. He thinks the future is female. He also thinks the force is female. And he also had dreams and ambitions as a small child of growing up to become a successful businesswoman.
By the way, the wedding is still on for tomorrow.
What?
Tay-Tay and Taylor and Travis Kelce, they're still getting married at Madison Square Garden in New York, at least as of this time.
Oh boy! Wow, this was such important news. Oh my! What am I going to do?
They're even having their rehearsal dinner tonight.
I need it. We need to end the show early. I gotta go. I gotta call my mother. Mom, did you hear?
Okay.
That's the big news. KZRG News Time 8:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Tucker Carlson said he plans to help build a third political party. He claims that the two-party system is way too focused on overseas issues, and he thinks America is ready for a third option.
I guess you can say he was a little tuckered out. I'll take my lashings on that one.
Number 2.
Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burlison says federal intelligence officials have shifted their stance on UAP/UFOs. The intelligence community went from flat-out denial of these things to admitting to encounters existing, but they don't know what they are. They are objects discussed in classified briefings, describing as glowing plasma-like spheres that improve or move in ways inconsistent with conventional aircraft.
Number 1.
A military Black Hawk helicopter made an emergency landing in a field between Lockwood and Greenfield, Missouri in Dade County. No one was injured, and the military says the cause of the touchdown was a mechanical issue.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
How much do celebrity political endorsements matter to you? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page. News Talk KZRG on Facebook. You can text us at 417-782-1310 or leave us an open mic message if you'd like. How much do celebrity political endorsements matter to you? Coming up, what's going on with Kim Commando and technology on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The heat and humidity continues the rest of this week. By the end of the weekend, we may get a little bit of relief, at least some rain, eventually some cooler temperatures, but not anytime soon. 94 today, heat index 102. Tomorrow, sunny and dry, 92. Saturday, 92 the high. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Spring into summer with the lowest prices of the season at Cola RV. More in stock, more on hand, and always the best prices. Cola RV makes it easy to say yes to your next adventure. From easy-to-tow trailers to fully equipped motorhomes, you'll find the right camper for you and your budget at Cola RV. Just north of I-44 at exit 22. So stop planning and start your summer adventure today with Cola RV.
Cola RV. Family owned, family trusted. Your journey starts here.
All right, kids, brace yourselves. This year, your old man is putting on the greatest 4th of July fireworks show this town has ever seen.
Dad, no. Please don't.
Come on, I've got smoke bombs, sparklers, this thing called a tiny turtle fountain.
Not the tiny turtle fountain again. Dad, we went inside before it was even over.
Well, this year, I've got 2 tiny turtle fountains.
Gee, Dad, save some excitement for the rest of us, would you?
Fine. Where would you get your fireworks?
Big Charlie's. Obviously.
Big Charlie's?
Huge selection. Better prices. Bigger mortars. Bigger everything.
Bigger than 2 tiny turtle fountains?
Dad!
Don't be the tiny turtle fountain guy. Get to Big Charlie's Fireworks and load up on enough fireworks to really impress your family. The biggest store with the biggest selection and the biggest savings. Big Charlie's on East 32nd Street across from Flying J. Big Charlie's Fireworks.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging
Let me check that for you.
to help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. And free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. Plus, get a free base with select mattress purchases. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Don't you miss when the worst thing about your car screen was the clock being off an hour after daylight saving? Me too. I'm Kim Commando for WebRoot. WebRoot Essentials Antivirus protects your devices without slowing you down. Right now, get 62% off at webroot.com/Kim. J.D. Power surveyed almost 93,000 new car owners. The top complaint? The screens. Infotainment was the worst category, about 43 problems per 100 cars, with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto leading the gripes. Now EVs and plug-ins scored even worse than gas cars. You see, car makers ripped out every knob to look sleek, and they went too far. Tapping through 3 menus to turn on the radio isn't progress. It's a distraction at 60 miles an hour. The good news? It's a car, not a phone. Buttons are coming back. So before you buy, try working the air conditioner and stereo without looking. Can't do it by feel? Walk away. Remember when we wanted fewer buttons? It turns out we wanted a car, not a spaceship. Get my free newsletter at getkim.com. I've tried a lot of antivirus software over the years, and when something better comes along, I switch. That's why I've moved to WebRoot Essentials. WebRoot Essentials is a cloud-based AI-powered antivirus app that was designed to evolve with today's threats. It's fast, lightweight protection that works across all my devices without slowing me down. If you need another reason to switch, get this. WebRoot Essentials recently ranked #1 in independent Passmark performance studies against 9 other brands, like Norton, McAfee, and even Microsoft Defender. The study found that WebRoot Essentials scans 6 times faster, uses far less memory, and takes up 33% less space on your computer. I've seen the difference WebRoot has made for my devices, and now you can too. My listeners get 62% off WebRoot Essentials at webroot.com/Kim. Get the #1 ranked antivirus protection for just $19 a year right now at webroot.com/Kim. Webroot.com/Kim. Go now while you're thinking about it. Webroot.com/Kim.
Hey, it's Chris Plant. Be sure to tune in to FM 102.9, AM 1310 every weekday from 9 to 11 for breaking news, commentary, and politics. News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Sunny and hot today. Heat advisory in effect till 9 o'clock tomorrow night. 94 for the high. It's going to feel like 100 to 105, though, with the heat index. Tonight, 75 for the low, partly cloudy. Tomorrow, 92 for the high with sunshine. Heat index again, 100 to 105. Then on Saturday, Independence Day, July the 4th, 94, hot. No word on the heat index as of yet. Saturday night, the night to blow up fireworks. 73 for the overnight low with partly cloudy skies. Great viewing weather for fireworks shows all across the 4 states. That's according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Yeah, we'll be keeping a close eye on that weather for you all day. Even though there's no severe weather in the forecast, this heat I would classify anecdotally as severe. I mean, as a human being, I know technically on the official weather chart it's not severe. It's hot and it sucks, and we'll be keeping you up to date on things like humidity, things like cooling centers in the 4 states area, things like highs and lows. The Zimmer Storm Center app is a great resource for all of those things. It's free to download on the App Store or Google Play Store. Definitely check it out. Hey, don't forget, Chris Plant joining us at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11, Sean Hannity at 2, Mark Levin at 5, and The Vince Show with Vince Colonnese. That's coming to you live every single weeknight starting at 8. After Vince, Joe Pags hits the airwaves starting at 11, and following that is Coast to Coast with George Norrie on AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Give AM 1310 3 shout-outs. Why? Because we love AM.
You forgot 102.5 HD2.
Oh, sorry, 102.5 HD2, my favorite radio station of all time.
It's us.
You can tune in.
It's you and me.
Well, you can tune in with an HD radio to 102.5 HD2. Be sure to push all those buttons. Definitely do that. Hey, coming up in about 2 minutes. In about 2 minutes here. What is America's life expectancy? What are your, as a citizen's, life expectancy? We have that coming up in about 2 minutes. Good morning.
At 8:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
June job numbers.
Senator McConnell, unconscious.
U.S. life expectancies.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Heat advisory through 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Heading for a high today of 94. Heat index could make it feel as high as 100 to 105. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith will be following KZRG Sports. That'll be at 8:38. Sunshine 77 in Neosho, 77 in Pittsburgh. 80 in Baxter Springs, 80 in Joplin, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
Job creation cooling down last month.
There were just 57,000 new jobs created in June, fewer than expected, though the unemployment rate declined to 4.2%. Economists were predicting job growth of 110,000 and the unemployment rate holding at 4.3%. The Labor Department says employment continued to trend up in professional and business services, social assistance, and health care. However, employment declined in leisure and hospitality. The weekly update on new claims for unemployment benefits was little change, declining by 1,000 to 215,000 last week. The Federal Reserve considers the employment situation when it decides what to do about interest rates. The Fed meets again July 28th and 29th. Jenny Coselda, Fox News.
Details are emerging on what may have happened to Senator Mitch McConnell the morning that he was rushed to the hospital.
A newly released emergency dispatch call reveals that Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell was found unconscious and may have suffered a heart attack at his D.C. residence before being rushed to a local hospital last month. The June 14th call referencing medical personnel in an advanced life support ambulance being sent to the home shortly before 9 a.m. and mentioning there was CPR in progress for a cardiac arrest. McConnell's office hasn't disclosed his condition, why the former Senate Majority Leader was hospitalized, hospitalized or when he's expected to return to the Senate. This is the second hospital stay this year for the 84-year-old who said he's retiring from the Senate at the end of this year. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
U.S. life expectancy has increased substantially since the founding of the country 250 years ago, thanks to innovations in both technology and medicine.
It's hard to understand how exceedingly old Benjamin Franklin was considered when he signed the Declaration of Independence at 70. The national life expectancy was just 40 years old in 1776. It was pulled down by a very high infant mortality rate. It was tragic times. Today, the average lifespan is 79. Antibiotics, vaccines, sanitation, and advances in maternal care of the 20th century were critical to allowing Americans to see many more years. Humans finally were confronting diseases and ailments that come with age that were not experienced in mass before. Cancer, heart disease, two examples of that, and it was considered a death sentence. That is no more.
Sunshine, it's 87. Make that 8:33. News Talk, KZRG.
In southwest Missouri yesterday, it was Black Hawk Down. Steve Smith explains.
Just after 11 on Wednesday morning, the Dade County Sheriff's Office was notified that an Army Black Hawk helicopter was conducting an emergency landing in a field between Lockwood and Greenfield. The aircraft and all crew members were located safely and reported no injuries. Preliminary information indicates the helicopter experienced a mechanical issue that required an immediate landing. You can see a photo inside the KZRG app. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
As Missouri works through a tighter budget environment, Governor Mike Kehoe says the end of federal COVID relief funding has been no secret. He was asked whether legislators did enough to adjust spending before the state reached this point.
We presented a budget in January, and we said, if you want to move the puzzle pieces around in this budget, just make sure it stays the same within the parameters. I would say House and Senate did that. We've got more to go. We've got to tighten the belt even a little bit more in the next upcoming year.
Kehoe signed a $50.7 billion budget, all while vetoing about $30 million worth of things. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 80, 835, News Talk, KZRG.
Missouri lawmakers voicing very different opinions after the United States Supreme Court upheld state laws restricting transgender athletes from competing in girls' and women's sports. Matt Pilger with more.
The ruling leaves Missouri's law in place. Missouri House Speaker Pro Tem Chad Perkins of Bowling Green says the decision protects opportunities for female athletes.
This decision protects our daughters.
But St. Louis Democratic Representative Ray Reed says the issue is about making sure all students feel safe, respected, and included at school.
I support treating every student with dignity and respect.
Missouri's law requiring student athletes to compete based on their biological sex took effect in August 2023. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
The 2026 UFO UAP Festival kicking off today.
World UFO Day, celebrated each year on July 2nd, marks the anniversary of the Roswell incident in 1947, when reports of a mysterious crash in New Mexico spawned decades of theories about UFOs and extraterrestrial life. And this year's UFO Festival is happening in Roswell, just in time to make July 4th out of this world. There are events planned, including a drone show over downtown Roswell, a parade, a Walk of Fame ceremony, an alien costume contest for humans and pets, and the UFO Festival car show. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Did Team USA and FIFA Play have a high-scoring game yesterday? Joe Morgan's got the answer.
We start on the pitch. The U.S. men's national team secures a massive 2-0 victory over Bosnia and Herzegovina. Next up for the Stars and Stripes, a heavyweight clash against Belgium this Monday at 7 p.m. Mark your calendars. To the diamond, Ozzie Albies launched a homer and drives in two, powering the Atlanta Braves past the Cardinals 5-1. It's only Atlanta's fifth win in their last 18 tries, but they are still occupying the top spot in the NL East. Rubber matches tonight with the first pitch at 6:15. Catch all the action on AM 1230 The Talker. Finally, Junior Caminero is unconscious right now. The Rays phenom goes yard in the first inning. That is his sixth straight game with a long ball, tying the Tampa Bay franchise record. The Rays shut out the Royals 4-0 for their seventh straight win. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. And that's a look at sports. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your News, the service of the city of Joplin. From plastic bottles to metal cans, recycling in Joplin is easy. Get rolling. Request your recycling card today. Recycling benefits us all. Learn more at joplinrecycles.com. Recycle, it's how we roll. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The heat and humidity continues the rest of this week. By the end of the weekend, we may get a little bit of relief, at least some rain, eventually some cooler temperatures, but not anytime soon. 94 today, heat index 102. Tomorrow, sunny and dry, 92. Saturday, 92 the high. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
No rain showing up on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. Sunshine, 77 in Neosho, 77 in Pittsburgh. It's 80 in Carthage, 80 in Joplin. News Talk, KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 8:39.
Hi, I'm Steve. For 27 years, I served as a law enforcement officer in Newton County. I saw things most people never see, from the devastation of the Joplin tornado to the everyday trauma that sticks with you long after sirens fade. And I learned something important. Asking for help isn't weakness, it's strength. Now I'm at Access Family Care. I see how hard it is for people to get the therapy they need. So we're tearing down barriers, offering individual counseling, group therapy, and substance use treatment. If you're carrying something heavy, you don't have to carry it alone. Visit accessfamilycare.org and take that first step today.
Zimmer Marketing is proud to partner with local businesses and encourage you to shop local first.
As spring and summertime approach, you'll need quality equipment for your event and concession stands. Allied Restaurant Supply has cotton candy, popcorn, snow cones, and funnel cake machines, flavorings, and accessories.
This is Daniel from Allied Restaurant Supply. Come see us at 1316 South Main in Joplin.
Local businesses are the backbone of our communities. Zimmer Marketing encourages you to shop local first.
When it comes to your home, you deserve a place where you and your family feel comfortable in every way. A place to cool down inside with a beverage after working in the yard or splitting eyes on the lake. Not a place where you're uncomfortable when you come back inside because your air conditioning can't keep up with the heat. Hi, I'm Barrett Satterley, and for over 100 years, Satterley Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has helped to keep your home comfortable in every way. We've consistently served Joplin and the surrounding areas, striving to provide fair and honest assessments of necessary repairs, and if needed, a quick bid on a new system installation. As a premier Lennox dealer, if you need us again, we'll continue answering the phone because you can trust that we're nowhere near finished serving our community. For repairs, maintenance, or a brand new Lennox system, you can trust Satterley Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Get started at SatterleyPlumbing.com or call us at 417-624-3660.
I'm James Whitford from Watered Gardens Ministries, and I have a message for you today. Don't give up. Jesus said, "In this world you'll have trouble, but take courage, because I've overcome the world." These are hopeful words at a time when we see much trouble on the streets of our city. People with histories of trauma, struggling in homelessness, some sleeping under bridges on the streets of our city, many with poor mental health. We're all looking for solutions, and our response is, take courage. It's the name of Watered Gardens Ministries' new capital campaign. The Take Courage campaign involves 2 projects: a Christ-centered tiny home community for the homeless who are aging or disabled, and a new trauma-informed transitional shelter. These projects will provide real solutions, and much of the funding has already been raised. So, don't give up. I'm asking you to take courage with us and be part of the solution. Visit takecourage.wateredgardens.org.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Catch my show every weekday. It all starts at 2 for honest news, truthful news on News Talk, KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
The 4 states area is populated this morning with hot tamales because we're all sweating. It's already 80 degrees in the Joplin area, and it's not even 9 o'clock yet.
No, and it's going to get hotter. 94
Ugh.
for the high today with the heat index making it feel like as high as 100 to 105. Heat advisory in effect till 9 o'clock tomorrow night. 92 tomorrow with sunshine hot. Again, the heat index is as high as 103 to 105. Saturday, they're not giving a heat index yet for Saturday, but they're saying a high of 92 with hot sunshine and lots of it. Saturday night, great night for showing off fireworks and getting to watch them. 73 for the low with partly cloudy. That's all according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Well, 4th of July is this weekend. America 250. Let's go, boys. Very exciting day, very patriotic day, though patriotism, I think, should be a year-round celebration, not just a one-day thing, not just a one-month thing. But that's just me. Just me. Well, we've talked a lot on the show about fireworks safety in honor of 4th of July. We've talked about holiday travel safety for this weekend. We talked about drinking and driving for this weekend. We talked about boating safety for this weekend, fire safety for this weekend, heat stroke safety for this weekend. We've talked about all the safeties on this show in preparation for this weekend. And now we have yet another one.
Another one?
Another one.
Oh, boy.
And that is pet safety.
That's true.
Yeah, pet safety. Let's talk about keeping our fuzzy buddies safe this 4th of July weekend. Now, if you own a cat or a dog or know someone that owns a cat or a dog, we have some advice for you here on how to make sure that they are comfortable this weekend. There's going to be a lot of booming, a lot of crowds, a lot of sirens, a lot of overwhelming action going on this weekend. And while you and I know that it's just a temporary situation in a celebratory, non-aggressive, non-angry way, our cats and dogs don't know that. They're freaking out. They think it's the end of the world. They don't know what's going on. So here's some good advice for you to make sure that your pets don't die from a heart attack from fear this weekend. Number one, bring your pets indoors on the 4th of July. Honestly, a lot of area municipalities allow fireworks to be shooting off the days leading up and a handful of days following 4th of July. Not every city allows that, but a number of them do. So keep your pets indoors for the next, probably week or so if you can.
I would say so at the least.
Yeah, if you can. If they're an outdoor dog, maybe make them an indoor dog for the day. Something like that. On the night of 4th of July, it is recommended that you bring your pets indoors and shack them up in a nice, cozy, warm room with the windows closed, the curtains drawn, put in there with them their favorite toys and blankets and stuff like that. It's also recommended that you play white noise for your fuzzy buddies this 4th of July. White noise, things like, rain sounds or smooth jazz or maybe your dog and cat's favorite TV show. For instance, Nickelodeon's Dog and Cat, Cat Dog. That's a great show dogs and cats love.
Tom and Jerry cartoons.
Yeah, something like that. Just a little bit of white noise to help drown out the explosions that your pets are going to be hearing. KZRG News Time 8:45. And by the way, I will say this with the importance of that step. A lot of the times for dogs and cats, why they get freaked out by explosions, it's not necessarily just because of, oh my gosh, that was a noise that sounded scary, I'm scared now. That's a big part of it. But dogs and cats, they actually hear different frequencies than humans do.
Yeah.
And so explosions that kind of hurt our ears can be physically painful for our dog and cat's ears. And that's why they freak out, is because they're in physical pain with their ears. So bring them inside, help shield them a little bit from that is recommended. The other big thing, if you are planning on setting off fireworks at your home, on your property, on your farm, on your land, whatever, it is advised by pet health experts that you clear the property of any firework debris ASAP. And the reason why is because spent fireworks contain a whole heap of chemicals, things that don't really bother you and I because we're humans. And if we get those chemicals on our hands, we go and wash our hands, or at least you're supposed to. Dogs and cats, you know what they do when they see interesting stuff that smells kind of funny on the ground? Mm-hmm. They immediately put it in their mouth instantaneously.
Or they'll touch it and then they'll clean themselves by licking it.
Right, exactly. So it's going right in their mouth no matter what. So it is advised that you help clear all that debris immediately before your dogs and cats start ingesting a bunch of explosive chemicals. And there's a lot of harmful chemicals that go into fireworks that make the firework blue versus red versus green, whether it's phosphate or ammonium or whatever. All these chemicals that you just don't want your animal eating.
No.
So clear those out ASAP, Rocky. That being said, we spoke with Joplin Fire Department's Dustin Luno earlier this week here on the KZRG Morning News Watch, and he said he advised when you clean up your spent fireworks, put them all in a pile in a trash can away from your house. And the reason why is because a spent firework, it may be cooled down, it may look like it's no longer on fire, but there could be embers and ashes deep within that firework that are still burning. And it only takes one ember, one ash to catch your home at just the wrong angle to start a fire.
That's
it may
true.
not destroy your home, but certainly you're going to have fire damage, and that's no good.
That is no bueno.
Clean up all that spent fireworks, put it in a metal trash can, and have it on the sidewalk, the gravel road, anywhere that is surrounded by non-flammable things.
Good idea.
Yeah, great idea. The other big one to remember for pet safety this 4th of July weekend is a lot of barbecue staples. A lot of barbecue favorites.
Good stuff.
For this 4th of July are not pet friendly.
Oh, man.
So it is recommended by pet health experts to be a little on the conservative side when it comes to giving your dog or cat table scraps. For instance, avocados, grapes, onions, ice cream. These are all things that are popsicles. These are very toxic to pets and animals. Now, the pet, you may say to yourself, but they love onions. They eat it all the time. Whenever I give my dog a popsicle, he chows down. How could it be bad for him? Well, the dog doesn't know it's bad for him.
No.
The dog likes the sugary flavor and the smells, and he likes that you, his human, gave him something.
Kind of like me and Pop-Tarts.
Exactly like Steve and Pop-Tarts. Steve doesn't know how corrosive to his arteries they are.
Or McRibs.
He doesn't know how bad McRibs are. He just sucks them down like a dog. So just keep that in mind with your fuzzy buddies. The other big advice that we have for you this morning for 4th of July pet safety for this weekend is make sure that your dogs have their collars on. And I know not everyone has, cat collars, but if you want to consider getting one for this weekend.
Or microchip them.
Or microchip. Make sure that those are up to date and accurate. Make sure that their collars have all of their contact information in case they get away. Because when those fireworks start going off, there's no telling what an animal will do. It might just start booking it out of fear. Even dogs and cats that you swear up and down are super well behaved, and they would never do that. They know better than that. I personally trained this dog and this cat. I know exactly how they're going to react. You don't. Because dogs and cats, they don't know what's going on. So they don't know what they're going to do, which means you don't know what they're going to do. So just make sure that their collar's on. Make sure it's on snug and tight for the next, again, week or so, while fireworks are popping off in the area. But there's a whole lot of other tips and tricks to help keep your pets safe and comfortable this weekend. And you can see all of those tips and tricks at newstalkkzrg.com. KZRG News Time 8:50.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Tucker Carlson said he plans to help build a third political party. He claims the two-party system is way too focused on overseas issues, and he thinks America is ready for a third option.
Number 2.
Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson says federal intelligence officials have changed their stance on UAPs/UFOs. The intelligence community went from flat-out denial of these things to admitting the encounters exist, but they don't know what they are. There are objects discussed in classified briefings described as glowing, plasma-like spheres that move in ways inconsistent with conventional aircraft.
Number 1.
A military Black Hawk helicopter made an emergency landing in a field between Lockwood and Greenfield, Missouri in Dade County yesterday. No one was injured, and the military says the cause of the touchdown was a mechanical issue.
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
How much do celebrity political endorsements matter to you? We want to know. Coming up, we'll look at what's going on with weather, along with Chris Plant. He'll be here in less than 10 minutes at 9. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Cracking the mic at 11. Sean Hannity at 2. Mark Levitt at 5. The Vince Show. Vince Colonnese coming to you every single weeknight starting at 8. Followed by Joe Bags at 11 and Coast to Coast at midnight. on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. The heat and humidity continues.
Hey,